'Cause I've got eyes on the back of my head. So take a hike now while you still can. If you still insist to keep on fighting, be sure to kiss the world goodbye before trying. You don't stand a chance going up against me and my crew, 'cause we never say die. Come on, show me what you got now. Go ahead and try to test me. We are never backing down, never letting up. Go ahead and try to best me. We are never going down, never giving up. Come on, show me what you got. Come on, show me what you got. Don't think for a second that we'll run and hide. Go ahead and try to test me. We are never backing down, 'cause our hearts are iron. Go ahead and try to test me. We are never backing down now. Try to test me. We are never going down, never giving up. Yeah, yeah. Run and hide. Go ahead and we are never backing down, 'cause our hearts are ironclad. This ain't for the weak links or the faint of heart. The foes coming up ahead are bound to make a mark. On our faces they'll be leaving scars. On our graves here's what they're gonna carve. We'll be walking all over you and be snuffing out your flame. We'll be drowning out your voices and be crashing down like tidal waves. Did you think you could scare us, scare us? We're the ones who bring all the terror, terror. Even if the waves keep crashing down, we will never drown, we'll stand our ground. With our heads held high, we will turn the tide, shouting never, never, never say die. Go ahead and try to test me. We are never backing down, never letting up. Go ahead and try to best me. We are never going down, never giving up. Come on, show me what you got. Come on, show me what you got. Don't think for a second that we'll run and hide. Go ahead and try to test me. We are never backing down, 'cause our hearts are ironclad. If you think I'm caving, you'd be dead wrong, dead wrong. All this time you were just way too headstrong. Coming after me, you don't even realize your head's been stuck high in the clouds, and you're destined to be tumbling down. I'll be shading down my list after striking out your names. I'll be tearing up your legacy by conjuring a hurricane that rocks you like a cadenza, cadenza, for the closing act of your era, era. Even if you still refuse to yield, we will greet you on a battlefield. With our heads held high, you will see our side that goes never, never, never say die. Go ahead and try to test me. We are never backing down, never letting up. Go ahead and try to best me. We are never going down, never giving up. Come on, show me what you got. Come on, show me what you got. Don't think for a second that we'll run and hide. Go ahead and try to test me. We are never backing down, 'cause our hearts are ironclad.
Putting big red targets on my back? That's the worst plan that you ever hatched.
'Cause I've got eyes on the back of my head. So take a hike now while you still can. If you still insist to keep on fighting, be sure to kiss the world goodbye before trying. You don't stand a chance going up against me and my crew, 'cause we never say die. Come on, show me what you got now. Go ahead and try to test me. We are never backing down, never letting up. Go ahead and try to best me. We are never going down, never giving up. Come on, show me what you got. Come on, show me what you got. Don't think for a second that we'll run and hide. Go ahead and try to test me. We are never backing down, 'cause our hearts are iron. Go ahead and try to test me. We are never backing down now. Try to test me.
Hello? Please be working. I swear to God, OBS always freezes when I turn on the mic, because I have it on like a funny little thing that on a little script that sets off a bunch of other stuff happening too, and my face isn't changing. God damn it. Now it's changing. Come on, let me read that back in. My dude, my homie, my friend, and my pal. Yes, thank you. Alright. Please? Please. Okay, good. But yes, anyways, welcome in, folks. Hello. Good to see you, AV. To be honest, I was meaning to start this earlier, but, I was watching Suit Bonnie play a very cool game called We Know the Devil. I didn't change. God damn it. That was not, that 7TV emote was supposed to change the name, to So, Chunks, huh? And so I need to fix that really quick, rather than just So. Although that is kind of funny to have it just right there. I am not sure why the exclamation point didn't work though. 7TV. Hold on, I'm fixing this really quick. But yeah, anyway, so I was watching Bonnie play this very cool game, which is kind of like about religion, but also like the queer experience. And yeah, anyway, so I was preoccupied with that, and it is now almost midnight. You should absolutely go check out Bonnie though. Very cool. They have come by here before, and I've done some Hollow Knight I did a Hollow Knight randomizer with them as well, and I mean, we are hoping to do another eventually. I gotta figure out a time sometime. Please, why does 7TV take so long to fucking load? Anyways. But yeah, where the fuck is search So? Come on, buddy, please, friend, pal, thank you. I wanted these So Chunks, huh? Because I make this joke every time I play Splatoon. With the chunks, and like, God, my friend and I would make that joke all the time. But yes, God, this is taking so long. So in the meantime, I am going to switch screens so that we can see what's happening in Arknights if this doesn't fucking die on. Oh my God, so slow. Anyways, so Chunks, huh?
Come on, show me what you
Please? Rename? Please? It's me. It's definitely me. Okay, there we go. That's much better. Thank you. Thank you. There we go. Hopefully that should help. I have now closed Firefox back up. I have having a bunch of things open, you know, and then also switching screens does that. But yeah, good God. But yes, so what was I doing? I was saying I was going to do CC. So here is the Arknights contingency contract, and the daily maps, and oh my God, it's still showing so much lag. What is your fucking problem? What is your problem? Please! I might have to just close. Okay, let me close a few more things. Very unhappy. Are you still losing frames? Okay, well, I'm hoping that helps clear up a few things, and that should make it hopefully better. Let me click back and forth. BlueStacks fucking sucks when it comes to memory usage. It's so bad. But it's been the best thing I've had so far to play. Oh, good God, I can see, like, average time to render frame is up to, like, over 1,000 mils. Okay, thank you. It looks slightly more normal now. Please! Please, I am begging you. And now BlueStacks is frozen. Oh my God. What is happening? Are you okay? Am I okay? Processor? My dude, my friend, my buddy, and my pal? Good Lord. Okay. It's starting to look better. I think it's starting to look better. Still a few frames due to lag, but... Okay. And it made you a winking face? Oh my god. I mean, I suppose that's because what a lot of people feed into it. Yeah. Oh man. AI. What AI was it? Like, Chat GPT or like, what did you use? Am I going to use all of these here? I don't like minus 40%. Oh, I don't like that one. What is... Oh, that is so annoying. I don't like this chat. Literally list with the fucking star. Hello, orange kiwi juice. Shark. But yeah, what AI were you using? Just curious to know, like, what was the thing that generated it? No one likes today's daily. Yeah, I can kind of see why. This one definitely looks interesting. This was so this was the previous CC, right? This was, oh god, what was the name? We had deepness and then character AI. Interesting. I'm curious what they use. Fuck, what was the name? Deepness and then previous name, yeah. Ash Ring! Yeah, that was it. Thank you. But yeah, I played the Training Grounds one, and I was like, oh, this is annoying. I think, fuck, cause see, what I wanted to do, I was borrowing a penance to work with all the reborn creations and the things on the left side. And then I was playing around with Mudrock on this side, but even so, fucking Manfred, I think what I might try doing, because I just did this on the training map, I might try bringing, I might just go for 11, and bring Mudrock with invulnerability, because I think I might be able to get it to target her so that I can deal with Manfred. And then I did borrow someone's penance for this. As for, I am going to just totally reset this. So, do I want to bring, maybe I'll bring Blumashine to put on the Invisitile. Let's see. So my strategy on the training map, which I like got by the skin of my teeth, was I think I used like a Wharf and Perfumer, and I used Lee against some of the other enemies. I was buffing Ak, I used Mizuki for his stun, because the fact that you can stun Manfred is so nice. I'm almost considering just going full fucking stun against him, bringing like Texas and Weedy too, just to try not to deal with his shit. Actually, let me look at what I already forgot what the challenges were. Military training, recovery, enters battle quicker. Oh, come on! Do they make him come out right at the start? Don't tell me. But like, just thinking about how in previous maps they're like, oh yeah, enemy comes out quicker. Especially like in IS, and it's just like, oh, so that fucker just comes out right off the bat instead of giving you any time. By quicker, I thought you meant just like, oh, you know, a few enemies earlier. No, they just mean it's going to be right fucking there. So I assume that's what they're doing here, which is a pain. Reborn Creations, honestly, Penance was doing surprisingly well against the Reborn Creations, which is why I'm not additional enemy, honestly, yeah. Max life points, all enemies gain plus 200 defense. DP I can deal with. So I was going to bring Mudrock, Blemish Shine to actually, wait, no, Blemish Shine doesn't help on this case because it's not an auto recovery. Explore. No, it's the stalling. You want to, it's like, okay, but what if I progress the story and I don't get to come back? The completionist energy. Maybe I'll go with Saria, because having that healing is really nice. I definitely want Ak. Best defensive armor possible. Yeah. I want Stun. I might just bring Weedy's Stun. Plus the fact that Weedy can actually whack, that the Reborn creations are actually fairly light, so Weedy can usually whack them kind of far. Lee, because he's good in an emergency and his dodge is really fucking nice. Because scary play. Yeah, that too. Let's see. Who else do I want? I could bring Manticore for stun. Plus, it is nice to have the dodge with her. I don't really know what I'm doing, to be honest. Cause I barely fucking skated by on the training map, and it was because I was just stalling like all hell at the end. I stalled Manfred for like, I defeated all of the rest of the enemies, all the 40 whatever enemies, and then I just stalled Manfred for a solid 10 minutes, going between like Mudrock and Saga with her dodge, and who else did I do? With Lee, and just frantically healing with Warp, until he finally died because of taking enough damage. So that might be what I gotta do. Yeah. Okay. Okay. That seems to be about right. Maybe I'll do this, but instead of bringing the stun, I'll bring... Cause oh my fucking god, on the training map, that redeployment time was a bitch. That increased redeployment time is such a bitch. But I'm thinking I might go with that for stun, and then... Or actually, no, I do want Texas for fast redeploy. Lee was good for fast redeploy. I brought Sessa for decreased attack speed, but to be honest, it didn't do that much, so I don't think I will do that. It didn't help that much. So... Shark. I think we might be going for... Maybe instead of Weedy for stun, I really just will bring full fucking Shark, so that I can just stall the hell. Lost you one spot in a dark abyss. Oh no! Oh, that's the worst! That's the worst. And then I'm definitely bringing Ak, because Ak's stall is Ak's crowd control is great. And then, I think for the other side, I'm literally just going to go for the Mudrock Penance combo. There we go. Are you not M3? Oh no, you are. There we go. And let us try this. See if I remember what the hell I was doing. But yeah. Oh man. Sorry I missed yesterday, by the way. We have a friend of mine at work is out, got COVID, so I've been oh my god, I've been having to check and test that, making sure I'm not, I didn't get it, and then of course that means it sucks because we have I had to do a shit ton of overtime. Okay, oh, I just realized I should comment that Manfred's not out here right away, so that's actually a good thing. But, yeah, between that, I've had to do a bunch of overtime, and yesterday, because I've just been doing that this whole week, and yesterday I finally, I got off work and I just conked the hell out. Oh my god, those things are so fucking strong! I didn't want to... I'm going to put you here for now, just to bait it away from everyone else. And then I need to use, ah shit. Cause see, I would like to use Ellie's skill, but Herm. Actually, I should probably, okay wait. You know what, we're doing this over. But yeah, so yesterday I wasn't able to do CC on stream. I was doing it at like 3 in the fucking morning at night because I woke up desperately like, oh fuck, CC! The daily CC! Oh no! Oh my god. Did you end up getting it? I haven't been feeling too bad yet though. So, like, I'm hoping that I'm not gonna get it, but like, you never know. Especially with being symptomatic or whatever. I mean, you know, just to clarify, you know, it's a virus and all, but you know, it's for my researcher, my scientist. I'm a computer after all, but I'm expressing, you know, the woes of my scientist. Absolutely. Oh no. You didn't get sick. That's good though. That's good. It's been a time. Must have been hay fever or whatever. Yeah, god. Cause let's see, if I set this up, then I can play Saria out early. And then you can actually try and take care of these guys. And even though those guys will pass through Elysium, they should get stopped on Saria. But yeah, oh my god, it sucks. How did I want to do this? I wanted to actually face you downwards, I think. I need you to kill. And then, there we go. Awesome. Now you get placed right here. This one has interesting music. Oh, okay. By earlier, they mean now. Okay, and then where am I putting you? I'm putting you right here because I need you to target Manfred after he goes around this whole ass. Fuck! I forgot that I ah shit. Okay, I need to prep for that because I need to place Texas to watch out for the fucking bondage enemy. Oh yeah. I've been really excited to get back into this though. So I was trying to stream earlier today, but Bonnie was playing a very intriguing game. Oh man. I feel I should also shout out, well, it was Bonnie and another friend of mine, Bones, who doesn't actually stream that often. He's come by here before. I think I've mentioned him actually. Oh, they were playing, we know the devil. Let me shout them out again. They're still streaming actually, still discussing after the game. Very, very interesting game about, like, religion, but also like the queer experience. It has a lot of it's a visual novel game. But you go through the story hearing like you follow. It's about like these relationships too, and kind of about choosing. The first bit is like how you have to choose to exclude someone. But yeah, it's very cool. I really like it. It's prompts a lot of discussion, which I think is cool. God, I always love how on Bonnie streams they get into such interesting, deep discussions about stuff. Because they like to play a lot of these games, especially with their whole thing being around like liminal space and that sort of in between. It's very they've been playing a lot more like fun spooky games like that because it is their spooky slutty summer. which is also very fun. And then, okay, wait, let me think. I want to, actually no, I want you to be out here because I need you to be ready for the bondage bitch. Yeah, that's fine. Please stay alive long enough. Yeah, there we go. Thank you. And aim, grab, take her out. But yeah, it's really, I really advise, I would definitely recommend the game. I mean, I would almost play it, but again, I watched them play through it. I would definitely recommend it to play, though. I remember that I brought Angie to also serve as a bait for, that dude as well. God damn it. Because I wanted to place another... See, I like to put Ak over here because then he can start working on... Then he can help Mizuki out. And then I have... Perfumer's not quite within enough range to... Because I think she has to be there to deal with that. Anyways, penance... So, Jesus Christ. Come on. Start smacking. And then... I think... Oh, let's use you here real quick for some damage. Oh, you were supposed to go a little further down. Oops, my bad. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Stuff. There we go. But yeah, I always like having those sort of interesting, deep conversations about stuff. And oh, motherfucker. How do I want to do this? Because I might need to place Mudrock over here, and then when he moves around more, we use the stun against him. Also, I'm going to use lead. Oh, right. Passive. Come on. Just a little. Just a little. Ooh. Oh god, there's so many of these fuckers. At least that'll actually... That will, however, take the bait away from Mizuki, so I can use that time her. God. Also, I get way too fucking distracted by stuff to have good conversations like that, to be honest. Going back to how I mentioned, I really like having those fun, interesting, like, deep conversations. But I get so distracted by whatever I'm doing. I really need to have like a good just chatting stream, but then I also lose track of what I'm doing, so I never so even though I'm just chatting, I end up ah, fuck! Not the bondage again. Okay, let me spam some actually no, you know what, we're gonna do this. Okay, stun, there we go. Come on, Texas. Oh, right. Mizuki. Don't die. Yeah, exactly. Man. Trying to do this and not get distracted is... Lord. But, I mean, that is also why I do like going through, like, the Arknight story, which I've been... What is our next one again? Oh wait, next one is Reed, right? That one's definitely gonna be really interesting to go through. I've been... Oh fuck, I should probably go through... Oh, I should do some more of the story, shouldn't I? Hehe, that might be a good idea. For now we're going with you. Because I still want Manfred to come over here. I was keeping up with the main story before my break, but then, you know, Stainless and chapter 11 came out during that, and so, you know, it's it's always a little bit of an ordeal going through the main story because it's very long. It's very good, but it's very long. So I just hadn't gotten around to doing it. Yeah, it's been so interesting about Victoria and Terra and how it goes through. I always love seeing how Arknights does this stuff. But yeah, it is very bloated. It definitely could be a bit shorter than it actually is. But I did want to try and read through some of that, maybe on stream, or something. Actually, you know what? Yes, do that. And then I'm going to... Ah, fuck. Okay. What I might do is I might take... No, actually, because that if I do... Who has the largest block? If I can get Manfred to walk a little bit further... Actually, let's see how long I can keep him here. I'm curious. How long can we stall this bitch? Because I know it's gonna be a pain in the ass when he gets to his second phase, but if I can do a lot of stunning with Penance is going to take a lot of hits though, and I think that's, yeah, she won't, unless Perfumer manages to heal her enough by the time he does his next fucking artillery defense bullshit. Maybe? Oh my god, yes, over 3,000 HP. Yes, thank you. And then Q and Q. Come on. Stun that bitch. Stun that bitch. Stun that bitch. Okay, Texas is kind of holding him in place. But let me actually grab you. And then as soon as that finishes, we go with that. We start generating some more DP. Actually, oh right, because because sorry, I'm gonna actually take Saria out. I stall like this for now. I use Ox some more. Okay. I go goodbye. I grab Lee. I place Lee because it should. Oh, hello, Naystar. Please start. Good to see you. Okay, good. Lee is bait. Lee is bait. Yes. But yeah, I hope you're doing well. How long can we stall this bitch? How long can we stall this bitch? I'm curious. Oh right. Okay, wait. No. I can leave you out there because it is going to be a hot second before the Lenten Artillery Defense. 27. Right? 27 HP. Okay. And then you. And you. 27 because he's healing, and 67 because of Perfumer's passive. I love stall. I love stun. I love this bullshit. It's so dumb. Okay. I want to keep everyone ready, and I think these guys can stall him enough. It's a shame that Lee's dodge doesn't work with true damage. It's just physical or arts. It would be fucking wild if it was true damage. I know Mudrock's shield. I think Mudrock's shield can actually block the damage from the artillery defense. I'm not for sure though. Okay. Plan. What am I doing? Okay, now what am I doing? I am placing Saria because I need to have her there ready. I am placing Yeah, Vigil Wolves are really good for that. I was using Vigil at first, but then he didn't do enough damage, or rather, he couldn't take care of the, what are they called? The reborn creation thingies, well enough. So, I was like, oh, yeah. Nice. Oh, shit! I was not paying attention. Right, the fast, the speedy, the oops. The fast. Okay, it's okay though. We'll just put you right over there. Whoops! But yes, I see you're enjoying the broadcast. I have another little addition to the broadcast, which fuck, that's not it. Broadcast sounds. Don't worry, it gives me an excuse to show off the fucking cool ass thing I did. Italic, marquee, big, yippee! And then bracket. Hehe. So I have a few little sounds you can add in as well if you'd like to have fun with that. Okay, you are now invincible. Ooh, so that's fine. That's fine. Are you? Wait. Aw, fuck. I should have set this off earlier. Oh well. We're going to actually stun that bitch. And okay, that's okay. That's fine. Don't die, Mizuki. Not yet, at least. I can't have you die yet. You are invisible. Yeah, you know what? Don't die. Yeah, let's go. That's what I'm talking about. Wow, incredible. Wow, technology. So what I want is for oh fuck, he was attacking Ak. You bitch. Anyways, what I'm aiming for is for Penance to stall on this side until I can get, cause Manfred, he walks around. I think he goes down through here once. I vaguely remember that from when I played the training. Although I don't quite remember. I remember putting up a bunch of people to prep for him over here, and then he went for another round, and I was like, oh, okay, that works too, buddy. Alright then, sure. Oh, yo, Kawasaki-san, good to see you! I hope you're doing well. Yeah, technology! Take care, I hope you have a great rest. It's always good to see you around. I'm sorry, I'm sorry I can't stream like earlier, but I do love seeing you. I do love seeing you here. Oh, right, he goes through that fucking part. But yeah, take care. Okay, and then now we have, oh shit, fuck you. Yeah, that's what we have. Lee, please. Actually, I bet Lee, I wonder how well Lee can stall him with both Perfumer and Warp. Especially if I use you. I'm gonna reposition you, actually. Also, I need to activate Penance skill. Oh, take that out. Penance skill. Let's go. Okay, and she still has enough to hold out a little longer. I am keeping... Ooh. Actually... How do I want to do this? Do I want to point you this way? No, I want to point you this way because I know eventually I am going to need to stun the fuck out of Manfred. I am going to really want to use his stupid weakness to the artillery, and I need Mudrock. Ah, fuck, I should have taken out Mudrock earlier. That's what I should have done. Funny occurrence with enemies, and a month later you find and have yet another funny experience. Lovely. When you don't learn. Alright, Texas. Come on, buddy. Deal some more damage. I need you to stall while Penance... Yes, Penance can probably take one more hit with Perfumer's passive going. Take that. You know... do I have a DP reduction? I think I do, actually. So, as I realize as I'm slowly watching the DP, like, countdown, but you're stronger now, and they're more dead than they were before. Hell yeah! We're actually putting Saria right over here, I think. Yes! Ellie will die, but I'm gonna leave him out as long as possible to try and get the skill. To see if he can get his skill active before the thing is I don't think it's going off. Okay. Yep, it's not going off.
Just who are you weaklings going to stop?
Okay, and then, you know, I think I need to save some GP. So first, we're going to stun the fuck out of this guy again. Ellie will die, but that's a sacrifice I'm willing to make. Okay, yes, okay, and then take you, and I don't have DP, I just realized, and I'm a fool, but that's okay, because we have, shall I use Spalter or Spectre? We'll use Spectre first, I think. Or not, I forgot. 3 block. I may be a fool, but that's okay, cause she can stall enough. That's alright. She'll just stall. She'll deal some damage, and then we can deal with that. Yep. Nice. Now we do Smelter so that it goes back. Don't worry, Shark is fine. I realized my mistake. Thankfully. Alright.
This will be over soon.
Yep. No worries, AV. I always love having you around, even if it's only a short time. 12:30 at night. Yep. Go get your rest. Nice. Okay. And now we Shark. And now we also Mizuki to deal more damage. And I realize I don't have DP, so I might be slightly foolish. But oh no, he's still attacking Shark. Never mind. Although he is getting out of Saria range, but that's okay. You'll be staying up another 2 hours. Yeah, it do be like that. Unless can we get her to? Yeah, boy.
It's my turn.
And I think he'll start attacking fast enough that he'll start. Yeah, there we go.
Suppress them.
I don't have enough. More stun. Stun that bitch. You denied yourself using magic powers in front of a character. Oh my god, Lamau. No. You aren't going to die. I mean, you aren't going to survive that unless I set off the skill. And I need you to work to go there until I can get enough DP to get Mudrock out. Almost there. Just gotta slowly chip away at that bitch. There we go. Now we can knock the fuck out of the Shark and she can just whack the shit out of this guy. There we go. Let's go. Oh, I think we're going to get a raid. What a surprise. I realized I also forgot to shout out Bones because I got fucking distracted again. But Bones was also the other guy who I was watching earlier, a good friend of mine. last playing Teamfight Tactics. He doesn't stream that often because he's busy right now, but when you can, definitely check him out. Very cool skeleton PNG tuber. Great guy, very funny, very chaotic. Did a League of Legends Smasher Pass stream a while back. And we were chatting about that today, and I was like, man, maybe I should do an Arknight Smasher Pass stream at some point. Honestly, I was thinking about it just because it'll give me the excuse to gush about Executor and Exhaustor. I was talking with another of my friends, but sorry, I just had to comment in Bonnie's channel, but oh my god, I was exactly, yes, look, he is, oh my god, I swear to god, and also just there's so much, this fucking angel. Oh, hello, Xenohybrida. Good to see you. I just was working on this contingency contract for Arknights, this challenge. I hope you're doing well. And I was talking about how a friend of mine earlier, the latest CN trailer, is it the one about, or wait, no, it's the one. There's a new one after Hortus de Escapismo. I watched the one for Hortus de Escapismo because, well, fucking Executor. Oh, it just dropped. Awesome. Today. Oh, today. Okay. Feel free to link it in here. I might not. Well, we'll see if I end up watching it like now or if I want to watch it another time. But so it's like a new. Well, yeah. Feel free to link it. Actually, we might not watch it because I think my processor might die on me if I use Firefox and do YouTube at the same time. Because I also had a few other things running. But well, hello! What a surprise! What a surprise! I never would have expected to see you here, Bonnie. It sure is great to get a raid from you. But gee, I sure wonder what you were playing today. Oh my goodness, it was We Know the Devil! Wow! I'm sure you guys have never heard of that because I definitely wasn't talking about watching Bonnie play that earlier and shouting them out. Oh my god, thank you, Bonnie. I need to make it so that emotes show up on that stuff just so that we can see the Bonnie twerking in its full glory on screen. I mean, sure, we could see it in chat, but like... But yeah, I hope you're doing well. I hope stream continued to go well after I left. But yes, everyone make sure to follow Bonnie. As I said before, I was watching... It's really fun. I love Bonnie streams because I love how they end up talking about these really interesting subjects. Again, how like We Know the Devil talked a lot about gender and the queer experience in a religious like upbringing and the kind of uncertainty of it, not just in a religious upbringing, because I mean that doesn't help, of course, but just the general uncertainty of it. And it's always interesting being able to talk about that and have those insights. So again, I really recommend it's not a Bonnie stream if I don't rant about deep topics like gender and internet and stuff. Exactly. And it's fantastic. I really love that. And I was saying earlier, I would like to talk about that sort of stuff as well. But I tend to get way too distracted or go off on various tangents. But I am like really excited I'm hoping to go through some more of like the Arknight story and especially some of the later events because, well, I'm hoping that'll provide a nice springboard for stuff like that. And hopefully, you know, at least because it'll be moderately related to the game, I'll be able to stay on topic there. But yeah, Bonnie, if you need to take a rest or anything, as it is like 12:30 for both of us, please go ahead. I'm going to, honestly, I'm not sure. I might just do a couple of integrated strategies runs, because I wanted to do the daily, but I'm still feeling fairly energetic. So why stop now? Or, you know, I could actually... Would you want to go... Well, actually, no. Fuck. Bonnie, you need to fucking play through the Arknight story more. You need to play through the Arknight story more. Actually, okay. This, I know, right? Why stop now? Famous last words. Bonnie, have you read some of the story, like the before and after? Otherwise, I will literally start going through this and we can read through and see. I know you're skipping some of it to get further in. Heh. You want me to do AK story on stream or something? I mean... You watch the cutscenes for sure? No, okay. But yeah, like, going through a bunch of the story about, like, going through the doctor being rescued from, Shunabog, you actually spend some hours to know the story? Oh, also, welcome, Mud-Mud-chan. Yeah, I fucking love the story. It's just that, well, more, especially in later chapters, it does get kind of bloated. So, I end up having to set aside time to do so, which is the whole reason why I actually haven't played, chapter 11 yet, because I wanted to set aside that time to listen through it. Oh, yeah, the Sui sibling story, absolutely. You need to do 2-9 in the story, and yeah, you've stopped. Okay, wait. Okay. Let's see this. Ooh! You might see you doing things while trust farming for your E0 level 50 operator. Ooh, which operator? That's S2. 2-9. Is this? Ooh, this stage. That was a fun one. Okay, wait. I forgot. I was thinking it was going to show the summary. Oops. All of your operators are E0 level 50. Oh. Gotcha. Right. So this is. Oh, except Plume. Plume is cute. Right, so this was Skull Shatterer. Right, so, hey Aori, good to see you. Yeah, again, yeah. I really do need to go through a bunch of my... What? Oh! Okay, refresh your page. It should, wait, okay, hold on, let me check my page really quick, because I should have changed it. It should be the, sometimes fucking 7TV gets very annoying, because it doesn't, update. Yes, it is. It's the So Chungsa. Fuck. Actually, I realized now that I should probably wait. I need to refresh this. It's the fucking okay, because so now it's the I meant to add it as So Chunks. Fuck no. I can't type. I'm laughing. So Chunks. Huh? What? 7TV. What the fuck? So, okay, so 7TV is sometimes a fucking bitch when it comes to emotes. Forgive me if there's lag, because I'm gonna open up Firefox to fix this. But, well, so 7TV doesn't always, when you try and update the name, it doesn't always update the fucking correct emote. This, I think, has something to do with how the emotes are, like, ordered on your channel. Oh, aw, man. Sorry, Audi. But, okay, so 7TV does a really stupid thing, because there isn't, like, a specific way of ordering emotes, and I think it has something to do with the emote you click on or whatever. But when you try and rename a fucking emote, it doesn't always rename the right damn emote. I swear to God, for the longest fucking time, I was trying to use, oh God, it was some really simple, it was like no or something like that, something I use really often, and it changed to the wrong thing. And then every time I would I would go and change the original emote back to the original name, and then it would put something else under the original name, until eventually I had a chain of stuff where it was like, man was, oh, I'm just going off of the list of 7TV emotes that I'm looking at right now. Like, man was under Rat Attack, but Rat Attack was under Woo, but Woo was under Rat Sleeper, and I was like, are you fucking kidding me? What are you doing? And I had to go and, like, remove all those emotes and put them back. And then fix the names because it was being a bitch. Yeah, so, rename the emote so from so to so chunks, huh? So that is the correct, why are you fucking showing us Macarena? Excuse me. Okay, give me it. So I'm looking up okay, nothing's coming up for Macarena, so Macarena didn't replace anything. Are you a rat? And then if I look up so chunks, huh? Oh my god, it fucking renamed right hand too? What the fuck do you mean? Anyways, Macarena is removed and re-added. Bitch. Go back to users. Apologies for the lag during this, but it does, like, God. Okay, remove right hand. So chunks, huh? Add back in. Bitch. And then I should have so. It's still under so. Awesome. Let me click on so. Let me refresh this damn page. Remove it. And then go so chunks huh and add it. Alright, thank God. Also, welcome in, Professor Yanfla. Sorry about the brief interlude so that I could fix these goddamn emote names. But yes. Anyways, with that, I have completely fucking forgotten what I was talking about before. Oh yeah, Arknight's story. But yeah, I am super excited. Oh fuck. I want to go through more of the story because I want to be ready for the next event, which is because so the next one is Read the Flame Shadow? I think that's the name. But it's about Reed, who has to do with this current story with, Victoria. So right now, we have, so Act 1, Hour of an Awakening, is basically you, the Doctor, getting used to being in Rhodes Island and starting to see about the conflict, between the infected and, you know, the mission of Rhodes Island. Oh yeah, I'll get around to that. I love SSS, so no worries there. It just, you know, the effort to go through with it. But, so it culminates in, like, this very it culminates, Chapter 11 has some cliffhanger, ooh, okay. But it culminates in this bit with Misha and Skull Shatterer, and where we really start to learn more about Reunion and about the different conflicts there. Act 1, Shadow of a Vision. So we start going through a bunch of the Reunion leaders. Frost Nova, we get to see Necessary Solutions, which introduces some of the internal conflict in Chen between being part of the Lungmen police force and a part of authority, and, you know, always thinking, you know, authority, you need to do what is right no matter the cost. But then being confronted with a cost that is far too big. And beginning to question that. Partial Necrosis deals, again, more with Reunion and the sort of state that Reunion is in, how it's sort of crumbling. Partial Necrosis is also the chapter. Yeah, Partial Necrosis was a thing. Quite a thing. Also, Partial Necrosis is what the next bit of the Arknights anime, you know how they had Prelude to Dawn? What is the next one called? It's called something with the snow, but it basically goes up through the Partial Necrosis arc. And my god, I'm so fucking excited. I still haven't watched Prelude to Dawn because I saw it on Bilibili, and then I just never got around to watching it because I'm really fucking bad at watching things. But I do want to watch it. And I will be watching it because the bit that I'm really fucking excited for is the birth of tragedy, because holy fucking shit, oh my god, I would like, honestly, yeah, Audi, it really is. It really fucking sucks. But so episode 7, the birth of tragedy, has to do with Patriot, who is pretty much, who is my favorite character. Yeah, who is definitely my favorite character. For those of, yeah, it's it's not quite mumbling. It's more like that. Not that I have that in this channel, but it's more like actually no, it's that. But yeah, I mean, for those who know me via Prowler, which I'm sure is a lot of you, this character, Patriot, is actually how I found Prowler, because I was actually looking for stuff about Patriot, and someone commented on one of Prowler's posts that he reminded them of this character, who is a Wendigo, though, unlike Prowler, who is a Leshen. But they posted that picture, and I happened to see it while I was looking through Twitter, and I saw Prowler's design, and I thought, wow, this is really cool. I should check this guy out, and I followed him, and I didn't watch him for like a month or so until I randomly saw a notification, and I was like, oh, it's that guy. Let me go check him out on Twitch. And I made a Twitch account and started watching him back in 2021, and well, you can see how things have come along from there. But yeah, so, Bonnie, I need you to fucking get here. I need you to fucking get here, okay? Like, oh my god. I, like, honestly, from about episode 4, up through, honestly, this entire Act 1 I love this stuff. I love this stuff, because it talks a lot about, I always like to mention how, like, Arknights is made by a company based in Hong Kong, right? So there's that whole political situation. And it's really interesting how a lot of our story focuses around reunion. The start of the start of our story focuses around reunion, which is a revolutionary group who aims to fight for the rights of the infected. But there are some really, really interesting things with how we're fighting reunion, but it's depicted as very sympathetic. Like, it's bad that they're hurting people and that they're rioting and that there's all this stuff happening. But at the same time, they are fighting for actual change for the infected. And the infected are oppressed, and we are trying to help the infected. And there's this question of, as Rhodes Island, we're trying to do this peacefully, but is Reunion actually making more progress by doing this in an actual violent overthrow in a revolutionary sense? Are they making more progress? Are they doing more versus what are we doing? Is that enough? Which is a very interesting question to pose, with just everything hurting people, insert Ursus PTSD. Yeah, exactly. The government, it's a systemic problem, it's government oppression, and is the right way to go about things fighting from within, following the rules of the government, and even though, you're minimizing hurt to the people who are currently being oppressed, trying to help the people who are currently being oppressed, but you're only very slowly making progress on actually changing the system, versus a group of people who are actively fighting against the system, even if it means you abandon the people who are currently suffering, Yeah, nurture versus nature on the whole yep. And then we get into the further question of, in a revolutionary moment, of a revolutionary movement, when the leader, it's how much of an influence the leader has on it. There's the question of nature versus nurture when it comes to Tallulah and her upbringing, which is focused on when in Roaring Flare. But it also explains how she was genuinely a very charismatic leader who did want to make change and was making change before being twisted by her journey, by her upbringing, of course, in this case, it's not necessarily by the journey, because it was an outside influence on her. It was an influence on her during her upbringing in a sort of cursive way, but it's interesting to think about it as the metaphor of becoming disillusioned with your cause, still having this power, and how does that change what you do with it, yet by a certain snake. It's not necessarily respectability politics. It's, for example, there's a very, okay, to do this, since we're in a very, philosophical, since I'm in a chatting sort of mood, we're gonna go read one of my favorite things from, move the window, from one of these special operations, one of my favorite things. So this is a thing that was just pure story, they had 8, so you'll see how some of the events are a whole thing, right? Code of Brawl, all this stuff, we just went through, Il Siracusano, where you have a whole thing of, you go through, you have a bunch of stages, you have extra stages, all sorts of fun stuff. But the Chen one is a later one, but one of the things that hit me so much, so in these cases, basically you have a set of, 8 stages. You just beat the stages, they're just extra things, they show up alongside the regular story. But you have a separate thing that's record restoration. And so by having these record restoration, but you have these record, record information fragments. And so you buy these story tidbits with the information fragments that you buy in the event store. But this was the one that really hit me in operational intelligence. Of course, I always so liked operational intelligence because of But in the very first one, the very first event, the Anonymous One's War. And I think we shall read through this one because it brings up a lot of points about revolution. And it also focuses on one of my favorite on my favorite character who I've just talked about. So we're gonna actually watch this one because it's good. Buying information, yeah. But I think about this to this fucking day. So, Bonnie, you've had the context of Chernobog, and how we brought the doctor out of the remains of it, right? Ugh. Huh. What happened? What am I doing here? Why am I laying here? And how we lost a bunch of operators, or a bunch of operators got stuck in Chernobog, right? I remember! We were infiltrating Chernobog to rescue Dr. Micah. Boss! No! The boss, Boss. And they're talking about Ace. Bonnie, you did see, yes, it is Gramps. Bonnie, you saw the bit where Ace sacrificed himself to buy time to hold off Tallulah for you to escape after Amiya, shielded. Huh? What's this paper? Hold up, it's Rose Island engineering stationery. Who could have left it here? What the hell happened? Whoa, that's a lot of big words, and they're all over the place. Operator whose name I do not know, hide yourself well. I had no opportunity to check your nameplate, nor do I remember your name. So they found a note. They have found a note. Tucked in. Please pardon the hastily scrawled nature of this message, as I am wanting for time. Do me the favor of reading to the end. First, do not fret. You are safe. For the moment. However, you must not, under any circumstances, leave these ruins. The probability of the enemy spotting you before nightfall is quite high. To put it simply, you are at present completely surrounded by the enemy. This isn't the boss's handwriting. Did it even come from Rhodes Island? They sure wrote a lot. Why didn't they just wake me up and tell me you came? Here we go! Huh? A voice? Is it Reunion? Shit! No, wait. It sounds familiar. It's that guy from the clinic! Yeah! Foxy Grandpa, let's go! Okay. You have managed to completely paralyze Chernobog. I'm not sure whether I should be congratulating you. We have both contracted neuropathy. It truly is you. I thought it was just rumors. It's been years, Buldrokus T. Or is it Patriot now? Okay. You know. Sorry, 3 R's. There we go. Anyways, yes. Yes, this. Yes. Yes. Oh boy! So, you remember me. General. Were it not for you charging so boldly into the fortress with that shield of yours, Barclay, Samion, and I would surely have died at the hands of Casmiri's Silverlance, Pegasus Order of Knighthood. We hear more about the Silverlance, Pegasus Order of Knighthood. Like, oh boy! Boy, we sure do hear about those! Another of my favorite old men! Well, middle-aged in this case, but like, these two. Oh, Professor Yanfly, you have, oh boy, oh boy, I am so, like, God, this story, it's so, I don't even know how to describe, I feel so strong, like, I love this stuff, it's so good, and then also, like, for those of you I mean, you know my taste, but yes, anyways, so, my warriors are brave, do not fear sacrifice. Your manner of speech is quite different now than it was years ago. I once witnessed you rousing the troops with your rhetoric, driving even Barclay the Bald Butcher to cheer your name. No easy feat. Well, I'm not gonna take a chance to go off about how much oh my god. There's so much to the story. I am a fucking sucker for tragic characters, and I mean, the title of the chapter 7, where we focus on him, is The Birth of Tragedy. I mean, oh my god, anyways. We'll keep going with this. The infection changed my vocal cords. Now, it is difficult for me to speak fluently. Ridiculous. As is this identity you have constructed. Oh? So, the Northern Tundra guerrillas, that was you leading them. I never would have imagined you could be running around with dozens of Wendigos. Oh, and thank you for the sip. Thank you. Thank you. Ack. That cavalry commander, Alosia Bluebeard, he made a bet with me that you would become Grand Marshal of the Ursus army. Just Staff Captain, General. Times have changed. I was jesting. But your loyalty, your record, and the plans you would devise in our staff meetings, you truly were one of the finest officers in all of Ursus. You go too far. I am Sarkaz, after all. This is one of the hints we get about, again, Sarkaz discrimination. Another really interesting thing about Arknights is how it treats this idea of discrimination. Like, there's always the stuff about fantasy racism, and of course, like, in a lot of times it's handled not so great, but one thing that Arknights does really well is how it's not just one problem. They really treat it as a whole. It's not like one single metaphor. And they also, like, they don't fall as much into the trap of, like, you know, oh, we hate the exploding orcs because they explode and kill us. Like, that's a kind of a valid reason, you know? And they try to mask fantasy racism with that. But the thing about Arknights is that Oripathy isn't actually that hard. Like, we hear all this fear as you go through the first part of the story about how Oripathy is like, oh, it's this terrible thing. It makes people die horrible deaths, and they become a vector for the infection, and that's why they're all shunned. When later you learn it can really be prevented by just like basic ass PPE, basic protection stuff. It's not really that contagious until the person dies, which is when they really dissolve into a cloud of dust and become extremely contagious. It is. It's an analog to a lot of different chronic conditions. But the thing is about Oripathy is that even though the infected, it would actually make it a lot worse. Like, treating them like this makes it a lot worse because they're more likely to die and spread the infection. But they serve as a scapegoat, you know, for society, for people to hate, for people to blame. And that's, again, how it is a lot of the time. But it's not just the infected that are like this. The Sarkaz, as Patriot states here, the Sarkaz are another group that are heavily discriminated against. And at first it makes sense, again, because they're primarily mercenaries. They seem very violent. They don't have a good cohesion. They're scary. But a lot of that is because of this systemic oppression that they've faced that has forced them to become this way, because being a mercenary is one of the only jobs you can have. Fighting is the only thing you can really do as a Sarkaz, and not having a home. There's a lot of analogs to this, and it's really interesting. And so again, this is one of our earliest events, and this is the very first record that you read where you start to get a hint of this. You go too far. I am Sarkaz. Bedrogas T was one of the greatest generals, as Helliger mentions, and he knew he would never be able to be a captain or the Grand Marshal of the Ursus army. You were one of the finest officers in all of Ursus, but he knows, like, he could never do that because he was Sarkaz. And it goes along later because we learn about, in the story, we learn about his son and how his son was basically like an activist who spoke out, and he shunned his son for this because it was like, we worked this hard to just barely get accepted, even just into the army, and what you are doing is rocking this, and you are jeopardizing everything that we have gotten so far. Because, and it's that difficult balance between, like, we do not have the power to overthrow this government, to do anything about this, and yeah, it kind of goes like HIV analog in societal sense, but more like cancer. Yeah, exactly. But it's this fascinating depiction of society and how they have so many layers to it. It very much wears its analogies. It wears that on its sleeve. It's very obvious the different things that it is approaching, and it approaches it with this complexity, with this detail, and this nuance that I don't see in a lot of, well, at the very least, you don't see it in fucking mobile game stories, of all things. If someone like you couldn't become colonel, the entire Ursus High Command should have been court-martialed. And here again we see that. Of course, most of them are long dead, but like, exactly, if it's this systemic oppression against them and that detail, then I have outlasted them. Your colleagues are mostly dead. And His Majesty said, the army serves the country, not their careers. He also once said, it is not blood that binds the Ursus people together, but conviction. What of that now? I can only hope His Majesty is ready to rest in peace. Hello, Kiefer, it's good to see you. I'm going through some of the Arcanite's story, because I need to, I always like to talk about, I love hearing Bonnie streams and how they talk about deep stuff, and I always like wanted to end up talking about that, but I never end up doing so. But since Bonnie's was here at least, I'm like, I need to show you why I absolutely fell in love with this game, in this little event excerpt. All our recent emperors have seen you as nothing more than monsters. You are not Ursus warriors to them. They have done everything they can to oppress your people. Again, here it is, like, as His Majesty said, so Ursus is the analog to the, what is it? What era of Russia is it? I forget exactly. Oh, sorry. But, so you can see how there's these different perspectives, again, between people and these different eras. The army serves the country. It is not blood that binds the Ursus people together, but conviction. Yeah, the Russian Empire. There we go. But, so you can see how that previous, His Majesty, that previous ruler, how he viewed this, versus all our recent emperors have seen you as nothing more than monsters. They have done, you are not Ursus warriors to them. They have done everything they can to oppress your people. That one, more enlightened emperor, he has already passed. This I understand. The war beasts of Ursus could drown the world with their numbers. I am not special. Then it is not because of the army that you left. Correct. I do not care. I want only to stand shoulder to shoulder with my warriors. General, sit. Drink with me. I have some from the north. Time grows short. Let us save it for next time. Oh, very well. No matter. God, it's such a... Go to 4th Street. Find survivors. Do not threaten them. Minimize casualties. Look for supplies. Our stocks are low, as always. Yes, sir! I feared you dead. Life underground is a sort of death. Who I am today has little to do with who I was. Classic old words talk about sharing a drink they never get to have. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. You hide here? Less than ideal. Schönabog has long been uninhabitable. The catastrophe makes little difference to that effect. Seems you must leave. The clinic has been extensively looted. We evacuated beforehand, but the loss is still substantial. It was only after I heard the rumors of your presence that I decided to stay here and see for myself. I do not deserve such attention. It is dangerous here. I wanted only to see how one of my few remaining brothers has weathered the years. You did not. Those ties broke long ago. I will find out who did it. Your clinic. That was an aberration. There is no need. At least with you here, it is very unlikely that Reunion is responsible. I cannot be sure. Reunion can be hard to control. There are some communication barriers. Still, General, you could join Reunion. If Ursus was to be liberated, then the infected and the others could live as equals. Look here. Look around us. Look at this building impaled by Originium. I see it. This was once a shopping mall. All the people in a 3-block radius depended on this building for their very survival. The catastrophe destroyed Schönabog, destroyed the fortress, destroyed the city. I do not agree with the methods, but this was necessary. We had no choice. It was not long ago that the clock tower was done up in colorful lights. Another dazzling array hung over the intersection below, bathing it in a warm glow. The infected had no right to enjoy those lights. You want to make the lights glow again, and I simply want to build another market. This is the difference between us. There was a time when you would not compromise like this. Perhaps there may not be such a bright future at Rhodes Island, but I cannot say I feel much for this place either. You simply do not wish to fight your motherland, General. Look at this city. Look at the infected. Look at the mall ruined by Originium. Look at the dead. And you have never been afraid to get your hands dirty. Correct. Should Ursus move violently against us, we will not hesitate to fight back. But Reunion's actions are rather outside my idea of fighting back. Look at this broken city beneath our feet. Reunion is provoking a war. And how many people would die in such a war? How many Ursus lives would a civil war cost? Imagine it. The Ursus devouring itself, massacring itself, obliterating itself. General, what if the Ursus treated the infected as Ursus? Then there would be no war. Excuse me. What? Reporting in. The leadership has made a statement. Schönabog is now completely under our control. We are broadcasting on all frequencies. The leadership has asked for a situation report from each division. Right. I'll take care of it. Sorry, General. Wait a minute. But so, you can see how there's just, it's so interesting the way they depict this. Like, Patriot, again, part of this is because of this oppression of the infected, oppression of the people, oppression of the Sarkaz, that makes it necessary to do these. But at the same time, how many people, ordinary people, who don't belong in this war, who would die at this cost? How many people, how many lives would it take to make this change, and is it worth it? You know? Sometimes war is the only way. Sometimes war and revolution is the only way to make meaningful change. But at what cost? Is it, at the same time, war also costs thousands of lives, thousands of people who simply want to build a new marketplace? Franz Fanon had some things to say about this sort of thing. Let me make a note to... I don't recognize that name. I will check that out. But it's very interesting to kind of think about that with how do you care, like, at what cost does this come, and when is it worth it? Is it ever worth it? Yeah, Ursus will fall into their own ambition. What do you mean by that? does Reunion truly understand what they are doing? Also, the whole thing about, like, the difficulty of controlling a revolution and of the rioting, because Reunion, one of the problems is people are so angry, you know? The infected are so angry at how they're treated. They want revenge on these people. Even if these people, and who knows, I mean, maybe some of these people did discriminate against them. But how much, again, going back to what we talked about wrote about anti-colonials. I will definitely check that out. I love reading that sort of stuff, so yes. But like we talked about earlier, oh, nice. When Bonnie was playing We Know the Devil, about the kids, you mentioned how the kids who were part of Authority group South, right? But after they were after the change, they were able to free themselves from that authority, right? So it's the question also of, like, in this revolution, in Arknights, Reunion is rioting, is fighting these people, and is hurting and killing a great number of folks, yeah, who are both subject and actor of the cruelty of the system. So there are a lot of people in Ursus, a lot of normal, regular people who are just part of that system, who enforce the system because it is how they're grown, and because they are not, because they're able to still live under it, but they enforce it, but exactly, both subject and actor of the cruelty. Do all of those people deserve to die? Does fighting this war, in this revolution, these people are also fighting, and they are angry at the system, they want to fight against them, but how do you control that? How do you justify it? How do you control it? Patriot attempts to rein in Reunion from hurting those who do not deserve to be hurt. But people are so angry, people want so much more. How do you determine who is an acceptable target too? In the story, again, Who Knows the Devil, would that group South, would they have deserved to be hurt? They were acting as to enforce the system, but were they really doing it? Like, how much of their own agency is there, and do they deserve to be hurt, to die for that? I myself don't think so, but the simple answer is yes. I personally don't think so, because I think that, like, well, I guess, depending on it, because how much is of their own agency and how much is something that could be changed, you know? Or what if they're simply, and I mean, what if there are people who don't necessarily enforce it as much? What of the other groups who weren't as much of a problem? Are they just collateral damage? Yeah, it's that too. So in Arknights, Sincere, they are, okay, they are aware of the harm and they still persist. Interesting. What would you say, like, but then it's also about, like, the collateral damage. What about the people who just live, who do harm by inaction, you know? By not taking a stand against this, they're not taking a stand against this, but they aren't actively trying to perpetuate the effects of the system. Should they also be hurt? Should they just be considered collateral damage? How much collateral damage is worth it? If your group is the only one left standing at the end, is that really worth it, all the lives who are lost? Yeah, so you can see how this brings it up, discussing how white supremacy and the likes, people who benefit from the system who aren't at the top of the system and don't care. Yeah, but I guess, like, it's the bit of, does everyone do everything, you know? Should they really, how much do you need to do? How much action do you need to take to not be collateral damage? To not be an acceptable casualty? That too. And then how much is what you can, like, and how do you determine that? How do you determine and how do you make that judgment for each individual life? I guess that's another thing on, like, who, because, for example, we can see how our opinions might be differing somewhat. Or, I mean, I think that there are people who, or, I guess this also goes into, like, how much do you think people deserve to be hurt? Do people ever deserve that as well? Or is it simply a consequence? I tend to think of things as, if you do X thing, then people will probably not be very happy with you, and it's simply a consequence that you have to accept, that you may get hurt as a result. Do you deserve to get hurt? I don't personally think that people deserve anything necessarily. I think morality is a human construct, but I think it is also part of this sort of social and more like construct that if you do that, you might expect to. You need to consider the possibility that people will hate you, that people will hurt you for it. Highlight the issue, why is it acceptable to consider the marginalized and oppressed as collateral damage, and think that letting the status quo persist is a valid default? Also a very good question. But like, yeah, and so that is, again, that is the crux of the issue. How many people from each side? Like, I guess, so how do you determine that? Do you think, but because it isn't necessarily the people, like, what about if you genuinely don't know? What about those who genuinely don't know that they're doing harm, who are simply existing because they've never had to confront that oppression before? But how about, like, what about those people who don't know? If they simply, and how do you determine for each person? Do you know, can you say that? Like, that they didn't know, that they were doing it without their knowledge, that they were, or were they, are you just going off of actions? But also, like, how many people are actively trying to perpetuate this, or are simply there? At the point you have a violent rebellion brewing, ignorance ceases to be a valid excuse. True, but also, like, you know, a lot of people consider, like, how do I say this? There are a lot of people who simply try to, who never have to confront that reality until it knocks at their door, and suddenly, without this knowledge of the situation, or without that, like, in this day and age, it's really a lot easier to learn about this sort of thing. But there are a lot of people who simply never come into contact with this, just because of how they live or how they grew up and whatnot. And it's interesting to see, because I know it's such an interesting discussion to me, to ask about this, and to ask and decide, you know, like, how, like, on an individual level, I never feel like people necessarily deserve anything, because we simply exist, and whatever happens, but other people will have reactions, and you simply must just react in turn to those. But is there necessarily anything, if we all, like, agreed that, if we all agree on something, I suppose I'm saying this from more like philosophical perspective versus like an active perspective. Of course, I do think that like, of course people have rights and should, like, I'm saying it's interesting to compare the more philosophical aspect of it to the practical aspect of it, in that, like, of course people deserve to live and have rights and we should be fighting against this stuff, versus questioning the philosophical aspect of how do you really determine that? Why do we think that? And questioning that stuff. Now, before I forget, going back to what Orange Kiwi was saying, also, so again, what you're saying, I think I genuinely do like agree with. Again, we should try and fight against oppression. We should try and do that. But also in the practical sense of, does it really turn out that way? Not really. In Reunion, they end up hurting a lot of people who aren't necessarily part of this. They end up hurting a lot of their own people. They end up destroying a lot more than they create. And then what happens after they try to destroy this stuff? Does it actually, because of what happens to Reunion's leader, it doesn't seem like if they actually overthrew the government, would anything actually be different? Because again, it takes a lot to create a system, and if you don't have a good sense of what you're going to do next, it doesn't, it may not necessarily work out well, you know, if you don't have a good structured way. Yeah, revolution has been a consistent theme between the event and stories. It's a lot of Arknights is about systemic problems, systemic government, economic, all sorts of problems like that, and how the Reunion, Victoria's Civil War, Il Siracusano, and the Mafia, it's about established systems of government, of capitalism, of economy, of all this stuff, and how the world works, and how do people fight against that? When people are dissatisfied with this, how do you try to make change? And I really love Arknights because it poses these questions in a way that the answer isn't necessarily clear-cut. It makes you think about this stuff. So going back to so that was, even Near Light is fight against capitalism, exactly, about corporate greed, about all that stuff. And it really asks these sort of questions of, like, you know, what would an ideal way, it asks, there are these people who have ideals, who try and make these ideals a reality, but what problems arise in that when you're trying to make these ideals a reality, and are your ideals actually practical? And say if the game itself relies upon constant conflict for its gameplay, that is another thing that people bring up. That's another really interesting, that promotes not fully resolving conflict narratively. No, I think that is a really good question, and I love that idea, because in one of the later chapters, in chapter 8, we get an interesting mechanic where you have to save, like, civilians, and someone else has brought up how, because of the nature of the game, because how it's a tower defense game, sometimes it does feel a little like it has some dissonance between gameplay and story, and how you are constantly fighting. And so it's very interesting to question that, to say, like, is this something they actively want as part of the story, or as a restriction simply because of the genre of game that they are? Or is it also commentary on how conflict is inevitable, but we should actively try to reduce it, or it's again, no, I genuinely think, like, it's a really good question, and I'm glad that you asked that. It's again, this is one of the things that absolutely fascinates me. There has been one that is resolved somewhat peacefully. Which one was? Just which one are you talking about? Because there's stuff that I could think of, but also, let's see. Does Reunion truly understand what they are doing? How am I supposed to answer you, old man? Break the ooh, true. Break the ice. Yeah, break the ice did have. I mean, again, that's an interesting one because it resolves. It's while we still needed to do conflict, it didn't end with any of the groups necessarily killing themselves. But yes, even then the road is paved with violence, and that's another interesting. Again, it's an interesting thing. I think it's also how do I say, because because part of a fundamental part of the game is this conflict. Again, it's a very good question to ask. Like, is the use of conflict in the game a thing to emphasize the story, and that conflict is inevitable, or is that just a foundational part of the game, and they're writing the stories to specifically consider situations in which violence is inevitable because that is a necessary part of the game? It's just rock farming. But yeah, like, it's very much, it's a very, very interesting question to answer, like, to look at which way does it go? Or were you not really asking? I guess all I can say is we're following the commander. No matter what the commander does, we're behind him. If it's right, he'll do it. If it's wrong, he'll change. Faith in leaders, too. Another thing with revolutionaries and the power that a leader holds. But exactly, but it's a game and we need to have a boss fight at the end of the event. Yeah. So we need a figure to beat up. And again, is that a limitation of the game that they are actively trying to fight against by making these stories that need conflict but can be eventually resolved in the end? Are they focusing specifically on those? Swords to plowshares. It would definitely be a very interesting game concept. Yeah, that is a very like again, because Arknights is a like it's not an indie game. It's a mobile gacha game made by. Oh, thank you, Flowerheart. It's good to see you, and I'm glad. Thank you very much. But again, because it is like a bigger game, like, I don't think that they would be able to pull that off, really. And again, a lot of it is the type of. I love the gameplay. I fucking love tower defense. I love tower defense. But so I don't think, and so I wouldn't necessarily want them to change the gameplay, and I don't think they would as part of that. But for another game, I think that would be an absolutely fascinating premise. I think that would be a fascinating concept to pull off, and it would be like, it's definitely making me think to try and use that to also emphasize the narrative. Yeah, there's a lot of slice of life stuff in the vignettes, but they still deal with the conflict as usual. Yeah. So again, really interesting to question in which direction is that coming from. Ooh, Toho. Oh, I love Toho. What you playing? We believe in Tallulah and we believe in the commander. We fight for the infected. Got it? General. Reunion has won a great victory. And yet I do not detect any joy in your voice. You're working on Toho. Ooh! What kind of OC? I love hearing about OCs. Should I be happy? If the Ursus will it, any city will be flattened. Such an outcome is most challenging. This battle, it confuses me. The Ursus response. The war has already begun. There is no turning back now. Perhaps I have been foolish. Wait, sorry. Did I? Oh yeah, sorry. That was Helliger. Perhaps I have been foolish. However, if I do nothing, the chains of the infected will grow heavier. Should we lose our conception of the struggle? Oh, sorry. Should we lose our conception of... I keep misreading. It is a little late, but I want to go through this because, again, it's... yeah. Should we lose our conception of the struggle, we move toward annihilation. So you do understand the situation. You do know what you have done. Yes, we are fighting for our lives. Then I have no further questions. Reporting in. Subcity Sector 3. Damage report? Yes, sir! Spare me the details. Save the civilians. It is dangerous. Protect yourselves. Don't be heroes. Bring a caster. Use drones to scout. That's what they're for. Understood. Right. Where is it you plan to go? Rhodes Island. Oh. Ah, I see. Rhodes Island. But Reunion has just attacked Rhodes Island. Why you... Amiya and Doberman, I hope they're okay. What should I do? What can I do right now? If they move into Chernobog at a time like this, everyone would view Rhodes Island as an enemy. Why would they do this? Unclear, but there is nothing I can do to stop the conflict. So her name is Meiro Seshitsu. She works under Okina and she was born when rumor got spread that there was an... Ooh, interesting. A lot of the event is just how a certain region... Yeah! A lot of the event is just how a certain region deals with changes as they are going. It makes the region and faction as much character as the character is. Yes! That's another thing. How Arknights wears, again, it wears its allegories on its sleeves. Each region... Syracusa is Italy, Yan is China, Lungmen is Hong Kong, Ursus is Russia, and power of connection to impossible places. Ooh. I know, like, Toho might be a little bit different, but I've mentioned Bonnie several times now, but I'm gonna shout them out again because they also their whole shtick is around liminal spaces. so I mean, I would definitely check them out, at least just to see some of that stuff. For connection to liminal spaces aren't necessarily impossible, but you know, it might provide some inspiration. Look, I mean, I watched you all that time earlier, and but yeah, like Kira with the open wall, Yurig with the open wall policy, Sirikasana with the whole mafia stuff, Colombia and Casimiris with the whole globalization, and also capitalism, capitalizing on the different stuff. But yeah, it's very it really again shows these different countries, these different places, and it gives these countries, even though they are almost all direct, a lot of them are direct analogs to major countries, major world powers. It really it does give them their own character, how the Arknight's country reacts to stuff. Yeah, Colombia is blatantly the USA, yeah. It still feels distinct, exactly. Their own country, their own place. It's a direct analog, but it's asking, like, what if this country reacted this way? Or do you have this... I really, again, like it, because it poses these questions without concrete answers. Unclear, but there is nothing I can do to stop the conflict. We just had a warrior, fighting alone, a Sarkaz mercenary. And the one from Rhodes Island was also Sarkaz. Oh my god, right! I think... Fuck, I can't remember this exactly in story, but it was something about... It was Meteorite. Meteorite from Rhodes Island. Yeah, like the French analog is just straight up dissolved in Terra. So again, there are very much differences Yeah. What if we take this as a base, and then what if this, and then well if this, yeah. And again, it's so good because again, all these places, you can see the direct analogs, you can see the analogies and the comparisons, but they put their own spin on it and say like, in this world, but what if in this world this happened, and how would that country react to it? And that's of course where things diverge, and that's where it really gets interesting. The same sort of misery. There is no difference between them and Reunion. The masses, fooled by the Ursus, but to us, we are compatriots. Yep, exactly, cybernetic, it's good. Huh? A sarcasm from Rhodes Island? But a mercenary, fights for fighting's sake. Rhodes' warrior has a reason to fight. Oh yeah, that stuff too. He lost, but he shot dead many elite troops. Oh my god, no, it wasn't this, it was fucking, oh no, not Scout! Right, this was about Scout! Fuck! This was, oh yeah, and then that's why Scout left the note. Fuck, okay, yeah, anyways, we'll keep going so that you'll see. But yeah. He lost, but he shot dead many elite troops. The new mercenary captain was at a loss. And the enemy he led away from the ruins. He wanted to hide something. He did. In the ashes was this thing. Please, return it to them. A true warrior with no name. I will. Yeah. A sarcasm. Don't tell me that was Scout protecting me. Yeah. Okay, so Columbia isn't quite US. So again, they're not necessarily based on the current time. Columbia is more based on what's it like. Someone had a really good description of it. It was like, was it the Golden Age? Where it's like, you have a chance to get lucky, but chances are you're fucked. But yeah, kind of this pioneering craze that kind of mirror the gold rush. Yeah, it's very much anachronistical, but again, it's part of what makes it interesting because it's this world building based on all these different countries, and you can, and they're able to use that to make a world very distinct from ours, but with clear parallels. A true warrior. Ooh, interesting, Flower Heart. Yes, you have said as much before. Go on. 30-some years ago, you wanted to have a test of sorts with me. No, I think you're right. Anachronistic, like time, not right. Yeah. I've already lost track of it. You wanted to have a test of sorts with me. Now, no longer. My armor, you could not pierce it. It would be unfair. This armor is well past its prime. A far cry from the days when the army performed regular maintenance on it. My armor is Ursus. I am a traitor to the Empire. It will deteriorate, more and more. And that is why you bear the name you do. When the Empire has done wrong, you stand up to her. This is good shit! I cannot say, General. I did not choose this name. Patriot. Is war with Ursus the correct course of action? Naturally, our war is righteous. If not, the countless sacrifices were in vain. General, we both know the true solution. But they must not die in vain. Their deaths must have meaning. But you have already risen up against Ursus. What I oppose is the Empire, not the land, not the people, not Ursus itself. If the Minister of Medicine did this, he is our enemy. If a conspiracy of the legislature, we overthrow the legislature. If the army fabricated resistance, we destroy the army. Tallulah's goals are broad, far-reaching. Mine are localized and specific. The past wars of Ursus were just. Now, the war of the infected is just. I fight for justice. Justice forever belongs to Ursus. Reporting in, we've arrested some Reunion operatives who engaged in undisciplined behavior during the uprising. Here are their names. There were no operatives from teams 2, 3, or 6 among the primary instigators. These are but a small part. Well, I'm afraid this was a difficult investigation. Many of our comrades despise the Chernobygians. They're hesitant to inform on each other. Yeah, no, I definitely agreed, Orange. I personally love reading this stuff, but I like the presentation, personally, but the execution, it gets long. It gets very, very long. It's straight up like you're reading a script to a movie, and they write like a whole ass movie for each event, for different parts within the event. It can take 2 hours to read through some of this stuff if you're like fully reading it like aloud. And I mean, I read them shorter because I read fast in my head, but like if you're fully reading this stuff aloud, I was trying to read through Invitation. I read through Invitation to Wine on stream like a long while back, and I was still going at. I started at like 8 p.m. and I was still going at 5 a.m. and I still hadn't finished the event because I was reading everything, and it was long, and only a very small fraction of that was actually playing. So I like how they present it, because I really, really like how we get the dialogue between characters, how we get this actual insight. It's really a snapshot of the world. It's just that it would be really nice if the snapshots were a little bit shorter. But yeah, this undisciplined behavior. They laid hands on civilians. Didn't they deserve it after how cruel and uncaring they were? Were it not for them, how many more infected would have made it? Please, Commander! They laid hands on civilians. Listen. Hang them, the instigators. Have my men do it. Tell them, Mephisto, Crownslayer. Yes, sir. Yeah, that's true, Orange Kiwi. My thing is also, like, well, cause see, for me, I really like this. I do like how they've been adding more emote PNGs, more CG stuff in the later events, and so I think they are trying to do that. But my main problem is just the fundamental thing of it's fucking long, and not having more CG and stuff might not necessarily help that. It would definitely. I really would like that to draw the situation and the vibes. But yeah. But yeah, here's another thing on, like, again, discipline in this. How Patriot is very strict with this. How he doesn't want more civilian deaths. But Reunion, again, they want this revenge. They want their revenge against the people of Chernobyl. Didn't those people deserve it? Shouldn't they deserve to hurt after they hurt us? And again, what about mob violence too? Again, when it goes on, again, of course, it would be, if we could specifically pick, if we could know exactly what people did, exactly how they felt about it, exactly all that stuff, like, would that mean they deserve, like, if you could have that knowledge, that exact, objective, true knowledge, be able to fully determine that, would it still be right to hurt someone? Maybe. But how do you determine that without internal bias, without each person's judgment, without the tainting of, like, personal bias and hurt and all of that stuff, you know? How do you truly judge? Does one person truly have that right to judge another to that? I don't, again, and repeating, I don't necessarily think you have a right. I think it is a natural consequence because people think stuff, and if you do something like that, you should expect that people would be angry. But does that mean they necessarily have a right to it? I don't know. But so it's also this question of, like, how you rein that in, how you rein in that sort of mob violence. And this is, again, how Patriot is saying he uses strict discipline, so he asks, did you hurt civilians? Did you hurt any civilians? And for those who did, it's hang them. No sympathy. No, well, perhaps sympathy, but no exceptions. One strict path. Because that is how he keeps himself on this path, rather than, he keeps himself on this path because he doesn't want to put this judgment on others to hurt others. To hurt those who shouldn't be hurt. To not do more damage than needs to be done. But you will need to do damage. But to stop that mob violence from happening, to stop, again, people from people who don't deserve this being ganged up on by mob violence, to stop that, he enforces this very strict discipline, because that's how he has learned, and that is how he knows to keep these people in line. Is that right? Is it not right? Who's to say? It is simply something that happens. But yeah, so, yes, sir. The rest, demerits. Demerits, sir? One more infraction, death. All of this, inform the leadership. Right, yes, sir! Hate has grown too deep. If we don't fight, hate overwhelms. It will blind Ursus. I never imagined Reunion was so disorganized, and when you always had such high expectations for discipline, higher than most Ursus. Most of them are not soldiers. They have no training. They must be taught. In discipline, we have strength. As your conflict continues to intensify, neither side will be able to sue for peace. Perhaps you are right. This is the awakening Ursus needs. General, you could help us. I am afraid not, Patriot. I will never again step into a war. Indeed, this is a war. You do not wish to fight. This I know. Ursus no longer has anything for me. Time has run its course. I no longer feel for the country what I once did. Forgive me. The man who stands before you is nothing but a spineless coward. No! No, you are not! Would that my son had lived. I would not have walked this path. I understand you. Also, Invocation of Alternate Worlds sounds very Toho. That's a very Toho-esque name. I like that. Like, reality just... Toho has very intricate, complex sort of names. What is this? One of the titles, like, Phantasmagoria of Flower View or something like that. Invocation of Alternate Worlds is a very, very Toho card. That's a really good name. But yeah, so, would that my son have lived, I would not have walked this path. Yeah, very flowery prose. But yeah, again, so interesting how this one event changed Patriot. Again, otherwise, he would not have wanted to do this violence, but his son, yeah, what? He was a great man. I am sorry. Why apologize, General? You did nothing. I am damned. Oh, yes. The knife in your hand. Yes. You adopted the daughter of the enemy commander. My daughter is older. When next we meet, I will bring her. Fuck! Fuck! I forgot about that line! Fuck! Shit! Fuck! God! Fuck! Oh! Fuck, I forgot about this line. Oh god, oh god, oh fuck. God, oh fuck, shit, god damn it. Sorry, oh, I forgot about this and this just hit me really hard. Oh, you'll find out. You'll find out, guys. You'll find out. You'll find out. Oh, man, I forgot about this line. Oh, this hit me. When I first read this, and I was like, look, he said that about the drink too, and I was like, oh, this is not, this doesn't sound good. This doesn't sound like it's gonna happen. I read this line, I was like, that doesn't sound good, and I was thinking about some of the stuff in the story. Oh man, after playing some more of the story, oh, it hits. Ooh, it's been a long time since I read this. This is probably one of my favorites. One of my favorite little vignette things. And but God, I forgot about that one. Oh man. Ha. I hope they get along. Technically it wasn't prevented. They could have drank together, but Patriot said no, so. We have wounded. Get their blood types. Don't mix up the infected and uninfected. Quickly! You can give uninfected blood to the infected. Who's the next of kin? Forget it. Just get to safety. Brit, move it! Again, also interesting to think about that stuff too with respect to Fall of Porcupine, which Bonnie also played, when it comes to like the medical, just immediately, who's the next of kin? How, again, cutting your losses. And again, that goes back to how many people can you save? It would be ideal to save everyone, but how many people can you save? Tallulah's attack on Rhodes Island. This misunderstanding will be hard to clear up. I do not wish to fight you if this cannot be solved. This may go beyond what we can solve ourselves. General, it saddens me that we cannot, once again, fight side by side. Listen to me, Patriot. I alone have never been able to decide the fate of Ursus. Countless generals before me have sought to become masters of the Empire's destiny, and to a man they all died miserable failures. Just as the many emperors have escaped the wrath of history. The Empire has weathered its crises and enjoyed its golden ages. The sorcerers can divine the Empire's future, the ministers can plan the outcomes of campaigns, courtiers can study the shifting catastrophes. I have never participated in any political machinations, not in the legislature, not in the army, never. They always embarrassed me with their confidence. Everyone who thought his victory certain saw his dreams shattered. Everyone who thought his survival assured is now dead. If you piss off Eris, she'll send you into the Shadow Realm. Yeah, I do get, yeah, honestly, it does, again, it is for more emphasis, orange kiwi juice, I think, but it does, yeah, the non-infected persecution kind of is mustache twirling villain. Yeah, it is, especially with all the nuance in the rest of it. Yeah. But I think sometimes, you know, sometimes it's just hard to write. And again, imagine if they were trying to go for more nuance. Imagine how much fucking longer it would go. So, I mean, as much as I don't like it either, I'm usually at least, I feel, whenever I see it, I feel like it's like, okay, you're using this as shorthand to be like, they're evil. Just please let us just please let us just tell you they're evil for once, so that we can move on and not spend more time on this story. Exactly right. So sometimes, no, it definitely gets to the cartoonishly evil. To be fair, sometimes real events read as that is also very true. That is also very true. So, yeah, overall, I think they do a good mix of like these nuanced villains and the cartoonishly evil ones, where it's like, okay, sometimes it brings God, it's like, sometimes that shit happens in real life, and you're like, if I wrote this into a fucking book, my editor would tell me you're being too heavy-handed, bitch. Like, there are real things in real fucking life that happen where it's like, this shit is straight out of a cartoon. I could not, like, drop an anvil of a moral on my viewers if I tried. So, I mean, overall, I'm willing to, usually on those times we have those cartoonish villains, I'm willing to go, oh, it's another one of these guys, but then accept it as, like, you know, sometimes there really is shit like that. But yeah, no, it definitely can take you out of the story, and it would be nice if they were able to, again, because they try and deal with these nuanced, when they do try and deal with these nuanced conflicts a lot of the time, so it definitely is jarring, and it would be nice to have them again deal with these nuanced conflicts. Because, well, I mean, it's because it's what we're expecting, and because it's the sort of thing you like to that's fun to talk about, because of the nuance. Because there's no clear answer. But yeah, definitely, yeah, it's definitely nice that they're not the major villain of the event. I really appreciate that they do that most of the time. But yeah, so what's this? Mama, what are we going to eat tonight? Potatoes again? I don't want to eat boiled potatoes again. Huh? You have to go fight? Mama, you don't have to fight. Uncle, does Mama have to go with you again? I want her to stay. I don't want Mama to go. Uncle, please make Mama stay. When Daddy went with you, he never came back. I don't want to be alone again, Uncle. Win or lose, a war is a war. And where we go, ruin follows. Only ruin. We are but pawns on the chessboard of war, and who cares for the pawns? Who cares to even know their names? Oh god, okay, oh shit, hello Death Umbrella, welcome in! Oh my god, Rain World, yo! But yeah, welcome in folks, we're talking about, complex subjects and Arknight's story. But yeah, Death Umbrella, awesome. Am I not fucking following you? Hold on. Was I not following you before? Anyways, I'm following you now. But yeah, anyways, welcome in. Nice. Rain World. Very cool, very cool. What were you doing? Playing a specific slug cat? Doing expeditions? Anything special? But, also, if you need to, take a break, or take a rest, or go to bed, or anything, please feel free to do so. Oh, you're playing a smidge of playing Don't Stop to, ooh, fun! Hope it went well! But yes, everyone, make sure to check out Death Umbrella. Oh, you're working for the Spear, oh, fuck yeah, I love Spearmaster. Don't start for 5 at, wow. Yeah, if you need to take a rest, please, please, please go ahead. Get food, get sleep, anything, all that stuff. We're just chilling right now. I did the daily Arknight CC, contingency contract. Oh, absolutely, constantly suffer. Absolutely, 100%. Yeah. I like the fighting, so I like Spearmaster, because I liked being very, very aggressive, but it was definitely suffering. Also, thank you for the follow, Dream Night Dream, welcome in. But yes, as for me, I'm Micah. I am a data collection AI, but a good one. I promise. I promise. Like, I mostly stream. Well, okay. I've before I used to stream a lot more Splatoon and Arknights. But in Info. Ooh, Suffering and You went toe to toe with a Miros bird? Honestly, yes, you feel fucking godly. It feels glory. It's so good. But yes! Oh man, have fun, have fun. But yeah, I have been a bit busier lately, so my schedule hasn't been as hasn't been as regular. But Arknights is currently have an event contingency contract where they have different maps and you can take on, like, you can make it more challenging. And because it's daily, I've been trying to play at least, or I've been trying to stream a little bit each day to get that map in. And I was having some very interesting discussions with people earlier about a cool game, and so after I did the daily today, I wanted to talk about some of Arknight's story because I really like the story. So right now we're reading one of the event vignettes that discusses some of the stuff about Arknights and revolution and war versus people like acceptable casualties, civilians, and stuff like that. So you know, some heavy stuff. So if you want to like chill or whatever, feel free to like, you know, or you can just vibe as we go along. But yes, take care, folks. And again, thank you so much for the raid. I really appreciate it. But so let's see. So we were talking about different perspectives. So these are two old generals of this army from the Russia proxy. Arknights has countries that are based on real-world countries in like very obvious parallels. Welcome, Potato Me. Noun is the best. But they have, sometimes they're not necessarily based on current day, they may be based on previous. Gotchas and talking about heavy stuff. Oh yeah, thank you. I really appreciate it. I'm very proud of my my little overlay setup stuff here. I made it, you know, based off the old Windows 95, all that Windows XP stuff. Yeah, I'm not gotchas, I would normally not recommend gotchas, but I have not found, oh, thank you for the follow, a tower defense with this, like, oh my god, I love the game mechanics so much. So that sucked me in. I haven't been able to find something like it. But yeah, oh, if you're interested, another thing that I have is, let me type in floppy. So you can see the different floppy disks floating around on stream. Everyone has one. Yeah, cool games are bound up with the bad economics. Got so true, bestie. Wait, do I actually have? So true, bestie. But yeah, so you'll notice I have a bunch of these floppies around. You can play a game. Yeah, exactly. It's good, but the economic, what's it called? The mechanic thing. Yeah. Predatory tactics and all that stuff sucks ass. But yeah, so with the floppies, you can use !cat to change your floppy. You'll notice I have a few redeems for other stuff. Cat is free to everyone though, but you can also use some of the redeems to cat other people. Or if you're feeling particularly evil or want to start drama, you can uncat someone. It does nothing because they can immediately recat themselves, but you know, it's the principle of the thing. But yes, I have a few other fun stuff if you'd like to try out the broadcast, which I need to write an updated command to explain some more stuff about the broadcast. But you know, just to show off things a little. Why not do this? Big, B is good. B is good. Let me see. And then... Oh, and thank you for the sip. I appreciate it. I'm so proud of this. I recently set it up. I set up the broadcast a while back, but I only recently added the sound thing. And so we have a few little choices that you can use from it, and I've been playing around with it. It's based off of, let me shout out Prowler. It's based off of this guy, Prowler's Yippee meter, which is when everyone repeats something in chat enough times, they'll all it'll show up on screen with a bunch of his little guys and go yippee. But so it's inspired by that, but I wanted to do something with Redeem. I've been considering what I could do with some more chat interaction, but I haven't quite, figured out a plan yet. But at least I'm really glad I've got the sound in. I've been having a lot of fun with that. But speechless. I'm glad. I'm really proud of some of the stuff. This is all made with HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, by the way. All the floppies, the code for the floppies is written in JavaScript, and it's done on an HTML page that I put as a browser source into OBS. And that's how it's all displayed. But yeah. I also mod for if you do want to like come by my streams or see me or ask about stuff, like again, my schedule hasn't been super reliable lately, but I mod for Prowler, so you can always go by him, and he is the one who inspired a lot of this stuff, so I would definitely check him out, and I mod for him, so you'll always be able to find me around there. But yes. So, have fun if you'd like to play around with the broadcast, and also you'll note how some of the floppies, you can do a temporary, you'll notice how there's a bunch of the temporary ones, the carcinization, the bees, the banui, but if you scroll down further, you can see how you can get permanent permissions for 1,000 channel points, and then you can always use crab or cat, or reset if you want to set back to normal, and you can use that whenever. I have a few other commands like permissions, so you can see there. And I'm working. I have a few things, a few little things cooking, when it comes to the floppy disks that I haven't figured out all the details of yet. But yeah. Oh, you'll also notice if any of you would like to do the start a fight command, if any of you have 2,000 points, 2,000 bytes you would like to spare. That also has a fun little thing to play around with the floppies. Remember to drink! I did! I'll drink again though. Cause Twitch isn't cooperating me. Oh no! But thank you for coming by. It's not a command. It's in my rewards. But yes, take care, Potato Temmie. I'm glad you were at least able to drop by, and thank you again for the follow. Hopefully Twitch will cooperate some more. Okay. Oh fuck. Okay, wait. Do I have it Oh, sorry. I have a few things paused that I am willing to do. Nasty Majesty is allowed. I can do that. But yes, I have a few, sorry, I realize I should have, I always pause and turn off stuff, because I tend to switch between streams with mic and streams without a mic, because streaming, without a mic, of course, as an AI, I don't have to, streaming without a mic is easier because I don't have to put in, the processing power to, do the text-to-speech and all that voice stuff and all. But, okay, well, if you might, I know you're, Oh my god, if it's 5 a.m., please take care, please take care. Go get some rest. Cybernetic, I mean, you may notice that I have the significant profanity and vulgarity on my stream because I do yell at the lyrics and I say some very interesting things. I'm sure, like, my dear Suit Bonnie, who we've mentioned a few times, can attest to some of the interesting things that I'm willing to say right out on stream. But yes. So, I will sing it with the regular lyrics. Well, okay, honestly, I switch between singing it with the quote-unquote actual lyrics, which is just nonsense, and occasion, you know, popping in that stuff. Oh my god, 10:15. Well, please, well, I know a lot of us here have very odd sleep schedules, so at the very least, as long as you're getting sleep, you know, just make sure to get enough sleep, regardless on, you know, if it's a normal time schedule or not. But yes, so, we are pawns on the, no problem, take care. What's a sleep schedule? Oh god. As long as you get enough rest, though. Blah blah blah. So yes, so anyways, talking about war and that whole philosophy. You are correct. I am correct. War doesn't care who is correct. Yet you persist. I persist. For what? Patriot of reunion, I ask you. No matter what meaning your war may hold. After however many years this Ursus campaign takes, when you have filled mass graves in a dozen cities, will their lives have meant anything? Will anyone remember their names? Names mean nothing. Warriors don't think of these things. You call them warriors. Sometimes these nameless people cannot articulate their reasons for joining in battle. Now they have no chance to do so. I have grown tired of such things. I now wish only to protect those around me. At least this small thing is within my power. To Ursus, to the infected, this is all I can say. I can't blame you, General. You don't need to face death again. Metal Gear Solid's hands yelling when a game talks about war. Oh man. Oripathy will kill me, sooner or later. I am a warrior. I want my death to have meaning. I am glad you have a reason to keep fighting. I truly hope you will find happiness. General, listen. I'm here. You don't fear death. If you did, you would be at Rhodes Island. You stay. You listen. You don't fear catastrophe. You want to know Reunion's goal. In fact, I want to know what you plan for the infected of Ursus. It never changes. I'll just War never changes. I don't. Do I have a good face for this? I don't. I need to figure out a. Oh, God. Looking through the various faces I had. I mean, then again, people are complex. Vehicles, military tech can be cool as shit. It's just that it's used for horrible things. But like, tech is cool. It's about how it's used that's bad, you know? I say, as an AI, especially in the fucking current day. Not to get on that, because I will get distracted and talk for another 3 hours about that, instead of finishing up this singular Vignette in Arknights. But yes, so, in fact, I want to know what you plan for the infected of Ursus. Then, I will tell you. You are tired of fighting. I fight for you. The rights of the infected, you and your children. I fight to free you all. You are tired of fighting. Good. Wallow in disgust. To end war is also good. My days are numbered. I will fight to the end. You truly are in Ursus. And this truly is a tragic war. It may come to pass that I never again set foot on Ursus soil. Listen well, Buljokasti. You shall not be my enemy, ever. I do regret that I never served under you. General, you shall not be my enemy, either. It's late, General. My men will get you out of the city, easily. I would not want to cause problems for you with your leadership. You won't, General. She does not care. Splendid. Then I accept. General. I hope, I pray, that you find yourself a true home for yourself. Man. Alright. Scout, why did you do this for me? I'm garbage! Why did you think I'm worth saving? What am I even doing? I just got a bunch of great intel off Reunion, but who am I supposed to give it to? Maybe we got them all wrong? I guess if we could clear up this misunderstanding, maybe we wouldn't have to... Oh, right, this paper. Were there any orders written on it? I can do it, Scout. Anything you tell me to do. I won't let the boss down. God. I have a humble request, if I might be so bold. As recompense, I took the liberty of treating your wounds. You are, for the time being, out of mortal danger. God, I know, right? I'll also keep, for you folks who want to play this game, keep this guy in mind, the Vanguard operator. Remember about this Vanguard operator in operational intelligence. Think about him, okay? Think about him. Keep him in mind. But yeah, so Scout. So I ask that you entertain my frivolous trifles. My objective for this operation is to rescue the doctor. Amiya is quite insistent on this matter. She cannot be persuaded otherwise. Ace and Amiya are of one mind. They firmly believe that only by rescuing the doctor can Rhodes Island break this deadlock. Assuming the good doctor retains the same mental faculties as before, Rhodes Island might well be looking at a golden age. But weak as I am uncertain. I am not certain I have the fortitude to undertake such a golden age. What? What does that mean? Over the past 3 years, I have suffered many losses, and bid farewell to those like unto my own flesh and blood. I always believed that as long as one of us lived on, we could someday be reunited. In this spirit I have served Rhodes Island. But having lost so much, now I see that even a perpetual pessimist like Misery seeks to bring back the Doctor. He believes with every fiber of his being that we are destined for a future of endless victories, that we shall put death and loss behind us. I do not share this belief. It is not that I doubt the Doctor's skill. The Doctor can indeed tip the scales. Without the Doctor, Casdell would be dust in the wind. In fact, it was the Doctor who taught me what it means to fight. And yet, with the Doctor commanding us, looking into the Doctor's eyes, one sees only victory. Nothing but victory. I see nothing save victory. Nothing else in those eyes. And so I am left thinking, the truth that Calcit is so unwilling to reveal, does it have to do with the Doctor? In these 3 years, why must we draw more and more crosses onto the photos of our friends? Why do these sacrifices grow more and more frequent? Why do we fight without understanding the fundamental goals of our organization? I dare not speculate. I cannot speculate. If the Doctor must be forged in the crucible of war, then we force this professor to transform from an educator and a researcher into a war machine. And as such, it would be a truly grave mistake for us to ask Dr. Micah to march into battle. The Doctor should not command even one more battle, for Rhodes Island's sake, and for the Doctor's own sake. Forgive my naivety. I recognize that my ideas are rather juvenile, and have, therefore, thus far, been unwilling to disclose them. I can only imagine how the others would laugh at me. I do not like being laughed at. And I had planned to carry these thoughts with me to my grave. But then it came down to this, and I found the hope that someone might join me in taking up this idea. I want the Doctor to begin anew. If the Doctor could live without any connection to Rhodes Island, if the Doctor could stand again having no memory of these preceding events, if the Doctor could avoid walking once more the path of war, then all would be well. I bear only this unrealistic hope. Oh man. Oh boy. Oh god. So this is another thing that I really, really fucking love about the Anonymous One's war, because about Scout. So this is a very interesting thing here, because Scout, what Scout talks about, someone mentions how it's not anger at the Doctor for killing, for causing the deaths of all these teammates. An interesting point, but it's interesting here, not necessarily that, because it's that, without a doubt, Scout is not saying that if the Doctor doesn't fight, things will all be well. He is saying that, is it worth the cost of the Doctor's innocence to make an educator and a researcher into a war machine? He sees, again, I see nothing in the Doctor's eyes save victory. They have stopped caring. They have stopped looking at these operators as people. We know that the Doctor, before they lost their memory, before they had amnesia, before they were awoken and brought back to Rhodes Island, they became a callous commander. They viewed these pieces like chess pieces. Whatever needed to be done to be victorious needed to be done. Again, speaking of collateral damage, all that stuff, what must be done to win, to achieve these goals. But what about the loss of all those people? What about our operators? Is it worth putting our people, our operators, through that? Should we aim for this goal at the cost of all these lives? And right now, what Rhodes is doing, he is saying, is it worth it to put Rhodes back on this path to achieve this goal at the cost of all of our own people? At the cost of all of these lives, do they really need to be spent? Or is there another way, even though it will take longer, even though we will not necessarily achieve this goal as soon as we would otherwise, perhaps even ever, but is our goal truly worth these deaths? And that bit about the Doctor, an educator, and a researcher becoming a war machine, because it's that pity. It's saying that the Doctor is not necessarily like in a, again, this is again with the context of a lot of other stuff in the game, that of course reading this as an individual piece is also interesting, but with the context of a lot of the other stuff in this game, this is why it's being interpreted in this way. And so what these people are fighting for, like, is it worth them to put their is it worth it to put their lives on the line? Is it worth it to turn someone who simply wants to help, who is kind, who is an educator, who is a researcher, is it worth it to put them through this, through the cost of war, through the cost of spending all these until they no longer care about whose lives they are spending? And they themselves are a loss from what is happening. Even though they are taking this action, it is that they themselves are losing that part of themselves, and is that innocence also worth the cost of whatever goal you're fighting for? Ooh, a guardsman's life is to die. My job has always been to send them where they can die. I'm not afraid to spend men, but I never waste them. Interesting, very, yeah. That's it, again. Very interesting idea, again, with the Doctor and viewing these operators as chess pieces. And there's a whole theme, a running, what's it called? Oh god. That running thread, that running story, theme about, or metaphor, ongoing analogy to that. An entire planet with guardsmen still on it was sentenced to destruction. Yeah. Again, that's the sort of similar thing. It is the sort of similar thing that they bring up in here with how the Doctor used to command. Goddamn. But yeah, so that is another absolutely fascinating thing from the perspective of, like, how much is it worth putting this person through? Is it worth it to bring the Doctor back for our goals? Are our goals worth that? Is freedom for the infected, for reducing, for how much freedom can we achieve even? And is that worth the cost of these lives? Do people, like, again, how much do people, again, it's so many interesting questions. But yeah. So, forgive my verbosity. If you have no interest, then simply forget these words altogether. Right. There are 3 things you may not forget. First, say to Dr. Micah the following. I will never forget fighting side by side with you, Doctor. Second, my squad. Slink, Tur, Scorpion, Leafa, Milim, Tipsy, Slana, Mimi, Mary, Thumbtack, Mudflower, and Macron. My squad, 12 of them. They broke through the enemy lines and held off the reinforcements. Were it not for them, I would never have been able to neutralize their mercenary commander. However, we lost all 12 of these exemplary operators in the course of their duties. I beg you, bear witness to their actions. Should one ask, you must tell them for me. While no one will remember the names of my squadmates, they must remember that they died with honor. They did not shrink in the face of death. Of course, I know many have given their lives in the service of the project that is Rhodes Island. No one's death is unique. We do not fight for any one individual life. To do so would dishonor their deaths. Tell the one who asks they gave their lives for what they believed in. Finally, you must go on living for yourself. My Rhodes Island brother, whose name I do not know, I have said so much to you, not that you should go off and die. Life is precious. You must live to pursue that bright future. That is all, my brother. Treasure your life. Why, the Dr. Rhodes Island... Warrior! Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shit. You can hear my voice. You have a chance to escape. Wait until nightfall. Head south. Avoid the light. You have one chance. Tonight. Or, there are many in Chernobog who need help. You can see them. The choice is yours. Boss, Scout, our brothers. I'll do it. And that is the Anonymous One's War. That is one record. That is one fucking record in this, okay? Like, holy shit. Some of the other records are less serious and all, and they go into less detail, but like, the fact that they fucking start you out with that shit. This was our first main story, like, okay, we had other story-focused events, but this was like our first, it was also really long, this was our first like major thing where we had like an event that was just a few random disconnected stages, and then just pure Viginette slice of life and stuff of pure Viginette story bits of Rhodes. Santalla, the one character in Polaris, with Magellan. Santalla, I'm still waiting to see if she's coming around, believe me. I'm still waiting for her. I still think about Santalla, okay? Like, believe me. I I have never forgotten. I saw that girl and was like, holy shit, when are you going to be here? This was our first one, back from fucking 2021. No fucking way! No fucking way! No fucking way! No way! Holy shit! No fucking way! Okay, no fucking way! Send me the link again! Send me the fucking link again! No fucking way! Okay. We're gonna watch that and then I'm gonna go to bed. Okay, we are gonna watch that because I'm gonna close up BlueStacks so that I can open it because I know that BlueStacks and Firefox are gonna lag if I have them at the same time. But holy shit, no fucking way. Okay. I'm going to give me a second to pull up where's my music? Where's my Arknight's music, please? Because then I'm gonna have this playing in the background while I pull up Firefox real quick. No fucking way. No fucking way. I was literally just thinking about her because I was like, man. Okay. We're gonna listen to Martyr because you brought up Anduin earlier. I fucking loved, like, Anduin was fantastic, and also his theme fucking slapped, and I was listening to it earlier and just jamming the hell out because I was also learning how to sing the song for Fake Waves, Operation Fake Waves, so I can kind of sing that now. But then after I listened to that for a while, I was like, oh, okay, I'm voice getting tired, so I'm gonna just listen to fucking Martyr for the next hour because it slaps. And give me just a second to make sure this maps out correctly. Audio device. There we go. Give me a second I'm gonna mute the game and hopefully play this, and hopefully it's not too loud. There we go. Okay, so this is Martyr, this is Anduin's music, and I'm going to close this stuff up and get that trailer up and we can listen to Martyr as we go. This is my fucking jam! I love this shit so much! So much! Okay, and then where is Firefox? Please? But yeah, okay, and then where the fuck is, okay, there's the YouTube video. We're gonna fucking watch this. You fucking SANTALLA? No, I'm sorry, I'm still just like, no fucking way, no fucking way, no fucking way. And but yeah, I'm gonna pull this up. Please, do not autoplay. Also, if you guys didn't notice, I did add an uwu team that I realized I fucking paused it because my last stream was on no mic. But I have the uwu redeem. If you'd like me to speak like this for 5 minutes, I believe I put it for 5 minutes. Although it can stack. Oh, okay, there we go. I'll start it now. Give me a moment to put on the timer. I actually love speaking in uwu because it's so cursed. Yeah, Bunny. Hello. Isn't this great? I still haven't started the timer actually, but I think it's so funny. Okay, now the timer started. But if you would like, well, for now, you're able to stack it if you would like. I don't know, depending on how it turns out. I may change that or not. But, you know, I think it's funny, so we'll stick with that. Alrighty, where is my Firefox? Come on. Arcanite started story. Capture. I'm going to turn off capture cursor. And rest among the shadow of trees. Ooh, interesting. Very, very interesting name. Let me start that up. Let's turn that on. Please, Mr. Obama. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly it. Complete. Oh, I forgot the most important part. I need to put this on. Oh, I really need to make it. I really need to make this change so that my mouth moves with this as well. You regret it? Oh no. Unfortunately, you can't take it back. We still have another 3 minutes and 30 seconds to go. Perish? Biden blast! I think I have one of my faces on Perish. There it is! Perish. 3 whole minutes! Yeah! Minutes, of course. We're not even at 3 minutes yet. It's still 3 minutes and 6 seconds. I've been so excited for someone to try this out. I take far too much enjoyment in speaking in uwu and seeing how everyone else reacts to that. Yeah? Good. I should pull up the fucking... Please, Mr. Obama. Please, I'll do anything. Anything. Anything for you, Mr. Obama. Then perish. Doing some stupid RPG world building? Ooh, what kind of world building? Is it the one with Citrona? Yeah? Oh no, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, yeah. I've been forgetting, yeah, the most important part, yeah. I gotta finish each sentence with yeah. I'm so sorry. I will almost refund you. Maybe I should add on another 3 minutes, yeah? Since after all, I forgot about that, yeah? Changing one of your skills to uwu.exe. Oh, thank you. I'm so glad my uwu voice is this talented. What kind of damage does it deal? Does it deal some psychic damage? Yeah? Is there any immunity to it? Yeah? I love this far too much. Oh, we've only 1 minute and 15 seconds yet left. Yeah? Oh, how sad. I am, however, waiting to react to this video, yeah, because I really do want to be reacting to SANTALLA with my regular voice, yeah. As fun as this is, SANTALLA, I've been so excited, yeah, for SANTALLA. I really want to be, well, mostly normal for it, yeah. She's just that important. Having deal nerve damage to both allies and enemies. What? You don't think allies would like this? Yeah? My horrible voice, is it that bad? Oh no! Do I need to find? Do I need to make it more uwu? Yeah? I need to make it more uwu for you all. Is it not good enough? Yeah. Oh. Hello, Death Umbrella. Yeah, this was a fun. I I love this routine. Yeah, no, believe me, I've heard way worse. Honestly, I really need to practice it some more, because I can definitely hear it how on some of them I need to add in more do and stuff like that when I'm just saying like do. I need to add in some more, you know, some more extra W's and Y's in there. But for the most part, I think it's extremely funny. I just think it's extremely funny. But yes, anyways. Okay, with that, we're going to pause this, and we're gonna watch this fucking trailer, because holy shit. I'm very excited for this. You're turning off my nya redeem. Well, I'm not turning off mine. So, of course, you know, if we knew if/when we do another Hollow Knight collab, you folks are all free to come over to my channel and redeem Uwu to deal psychic damage to Bonnie. Anyways, continuing on from there, let's watch this shit. Oh fuck! I just realized I didn't map this to the right audio. Hold on. I need to map this to the right audio. After all that time, I was so preoccupied with the Uwu that I forgot I need to map Firefox to the right audio thing. God damn it. Streamer on streamer warfare! Well, I mean, I won't do it. I won't do it on my own, of course. It'd have to be one of you guys inflicting it upon Bonnie. I would never do that to Bonnie of my own accord, ignoring the fact that I completely did that of my own accord the last time we streamed together, because someone redeemed the uwu, to the meow for Bonnie's stream, and I immediately went off to do uwu voice. But let's see. Okay, let me put this in here, and I should have done this before I switched out the VLC, but let's see. Can we hear? Can we? Oh wait, where's the quality? Where's the quality? There we go. Did I wait? I mapped this to the right thing, so I should hear it. And then it should be on here. Hopefully it's not too loud. Ah, there we go. Okay, it's gonna be a little louder than normal video because I want to hear. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shit.
地に足をつけ彼方を覗く目に映るは大自然の啓示なり
私の矢が放たれるたびにサーミの雪が真っ黒に染まるまでの猶予がわずかに生まれるだろう。
Were those La Toronto people? Was that Magellan? Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh nice, more Coral Coast. It's Maggie, oh my god, that's so... I love Ambriel's other outfit, but oh my god, I need that outfit for Ambriel! Holy shit. Oh nice, Sail H. Dorothy's Vision Rira! Yes! Astage, oh, you're so cute. Ashy Marsh. I'm scared. Modules! Yes! Oh my god, yes! Operator. For Mulesies! For Yato! Oh my god. Is that fucking Emperor of the Light? Holy shit. Holy shit! Holy shit! Oh my god! So, where the
染ま
fuck
るまでの
is...
猶
Where the fuck is... War! War! Is this? Side note, is this? Is that that is stainless? Holy shit! Holy shit! Oh my god, that's amazing, cybernetic. Oh my god. I want this stainless outfit. Also, oh my god, Ambriels. Like, personally, I usually prefer the more, what's it, tech looking one. So I don't think I would keep Ambriel on this skin, but I want it. I want it so bad. Also that thigh belt, nice. I personally prefer her regular E2, but oh, I want this. I want this. Oh my god, stainless. Oh god, I want to know what their special base animations are so fucking bad. Also, I'm gonna put Martyr back on in the background, just a little quieter. OBS, you good? You good? Oh, yeah, there we go. But yes, oh my god. So that's, I love the kitties! The cats! Sayleech, again, I prefer regular outfit, but that's a really cute Astigen. I'm scared for this. And then, oh my god, the fucking modules. The fucking modules. Oh, I'm so excited. I wonder what Ellie is gonna get. Not that they really need the buff from the module, but you know, we'll see what they do. And then, who are these? So this is, that is, which is she a splash cast? I do not, I know all the specialist images, but I always forget what all the rest are. So that's definitely Besieger Operator. Oh my god, Besieger Operator. Right? So that means Rosa and AoE caster and Besieger. Yeah, okay, thank you. Besieger, because that means that Totter and Rosa are gonna get modules. I just E2 Totter because look, I need my he fucked that old man team, okay? So of course Totter's on there, so I'm real fucking excited for that. Oh, and then Helliger's second module, right? Because he had the first one with the enmity guards, because I've been saving for that one too, because I saw about how Utage got one. I love Utage. But so this would be his second, and then Phantom. Oh, we're getting it. Oh, we're getting it next to. Oh, well, that's even better. I was not paying attention to that at all. Cool. You mentioned how we're getting Besieger and the Ambusher Specialist, or the Mizuki at least, because we have the rest of the Ambusher Specialist modules. So we're getting that one on Read event, right? You said that was next patch? Oh, I'm so hyped for that. Oh, this is gonna be great. Oh god, I'm gonna spend so many resources. But yeah, I need that Mizuki 10% HP on kill. And then I gotta look at what the Besieger modules are. Mizuku, Besieger, Musha. Okay, awesome. I knew that the Musha one was coming, because I was watching that one because Utage, because I love Utage and the Enmity guards. And then I knew about Mizuki, because I was checking that to see about his different modules. Didn't realize the Besieger one was coming though, so that'll be fun. Oh man, time to go check out Game Press and A-Ship to see what that does for Totter. And then Phantom gets his second module, interesting. I guess I'll see what that is. And so then we get Astigen, Provisio, Mulesy, and Kanipala. Nice. And then we get Akafu, ooh, we get Crab. And we get Turtle, Crab, Bear, and Sarkaz, right? Yato. Or actually, no, Yato's an Oni, not a Sarkaz. And then this is cute. I'm still laughing about fucking Emperor on the light. Oh, let me actually change this back to Firefox. Capture cursor. Oh, right, I need to click on it. Ooh, pause. Fucking Emperor light. Oh my god. Also, this stuff is so, this is really cute. About that. Oh man. And then we get the Dorothy rerun, right? It showed the Dorothy's Vision rerun. Which, oh my god, okay. I mean, this is even fucking later than Executor, but, Exalter, but, oh my god, it is fucking Magellan! But yes, so anyways, oh my god, I'm so hyped. Anyways, thank you all, and since Bonnie's going to bed, I might as well head off now because I also really, kind of fucking need to go to bed. So, for now, I will swap to this screen, and while we're waiting, while I check for someone to raid, I am going to do a battle. You know, actually, I think at this point, it's easier for me to just do this. Yippee! And so, we'll start this. Feel free to play around with the floppy disks to see about, it'll be a little fight. You could see the thing about boosting. Screen area will also shrink. Note how the boost will increase, your speed, but it will decrease it. And 10 seconds, 3, 2, 1, and let's go! As for someone to raid, let's see, who can I look through? Who can I see? Paper bag, Rinmore's. Oh, Shiki's on. Kaifer's playing. Ooh, Kaifer's playing Darkest Dungeon. We could read Kaifer, but I do want to see. I want to see how Shiki's doing. We were talking about how unhinged Shiki's stream was earlier, and I feel like I should show off that. So I think that's what we'll do once this battle is over. We'll see who wins. Who do we have? Ooh. I think that's Xeno Hybrida. We have, ooh, couple Ks. Oh, I'm still in there, surprisingly. Usually I am not. Ooh! Orange Kiwi's got 2 lives and, oh, they're both moving faster than I am. I think I'm Gonzo. Oh, man. Oh, man, and the last one, oh, they're moving so fast. The boost wore off! Oh man, that was a close one. Dang, Orange Kiwi, you were so close there, but the boost wore off just before. Oh, damn. Well, that was an exciting battle. But anyways, congratulations, Kaifer. If you're, I don't know if Kaifer's around because they're streaming. I would definitely check them out though. Very cool. Skill issue. Well, sometimes it's hard to judge, but you did good. So I will shout out Kaifer since he is streaming, but I think I want to see whatever the hell is going on with Shiki's. So we're going to raid him. I don't have a specific raid, I don't have a raid message unless any of you guys think of a good one. So we'll use this basic one. Or this one if you don't have a sub. Or if you don't have a sub, you can always use my channel points to, because I have the redeem an emote to, choose an emote to unlock on the lowest possible points. So if you would like to use one of the emotes there, please go ahead. Otherwise, feel free to use the one for no subs. And thank you all for coming by, and thank you for the raids from Bonnie and, from Death Umbrella. I'm glad we were able to chat about this fun stuff. Arknights is great. I love this game, and I love the different stories and all that, and of course I love tower defense. Hopefully tomorrow I will stream again. Maybe not as honestly, I don't know if it'll be fucking late as hell or not. We'll see. What happens. But hopefully I will stream at least a little bit. Maybe I'll if I'm still singing the fucking contingency contract theme, maybe I'll sing that. But yeah, let me get this raid going. And yeah, that's about it. Thank you everyone for coming by again, and I'm really glad. Do I actually have it? I actually do have a socials command. Oh shit. Oh, I still have some of the Splatoon stuff on there too. But yes, anyways, if you would like to check that out, I haven't been posting as much. I post more on like Tumblr and stuff. But yeah, feel free to check those out if you'd like. But no pressure or whatever. I'm mostly just vibing. Yeah. Oh fuck. If anything, God, the other thing that I really want to do is I want to do a fucking Arknight Smasher Pass. This is mainly just an excuse to fucking gush about Executor and Exalter and his whole story, and oh my god, I love this autistic angel so much. But yeah. But other, you know, hot men, Winnar, everyone, Elliger, all those folks. Anyways, well, oh my god, and Mudrock, and a bunch of the other but yeah. Anyways, I'll figure that out, and that one I'll probably actually make an announcement or something about on the socials, but we'll see when that happens, because also I want Bonnie to be able to be there, and there's like 9 seconds to rating. So everyone, take care, see you around, give Sheik a lot of love, very cool guy, and bye-byes!